and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your notably nonsensical and nearly nocturnal DM, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more excitement than being invited to a film festival exclusively featuring the works of Carl Urban to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove and my Humblewood world for more Midnight and Madness. Above me, I have my hearty crew, the notorious Rachel Fukar, the nostalgic Jack O'Brien, the nourishing Dan Swelto, and the novel Roro. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Feel nourished
Don't get
whenever I
stranded
see
on a
your
desert
face.
island with Josh. That's what we've learned, okay?
Don't
Zombies,
get
it's
stroppy
just
with Josh, Greg, the
thematically.
yellow wiggle. All right?
No. Represent.
Captain Feathersword.
Yes, 100%.
Wow. Rach, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large, but you already knew that because I'm notorious. You can find me on
That's fun.
assorted social media at Rachel Fukar, because that handle's always free. And you can find my book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. It's a sci-fi book. It's like adventure, action, espionage. It's fun. Read it. Do it.
Rach, do you have a middle name?
Yes, I do.
What is it? Do you mind if I ask?
Yes, he's and your credit card details.
Can I just say,
Just the first letter. I just want the first letter.
listen, guess a white lady middle name.
Anne.
Smith.
Correct.
Oh my god, really?
The same as Karen's.
Incredible.
That's
Yes.
so
it's
funny.
And my mother's. So,
fuck.
and my
so
mother's.
the norm, the notorious RAF. That's
Yes.
pretty good. The
RAF?
notorious RAF.
Fuck yeah.
That's
Fuck
cool.
yeah.
The
Alrighty.
Rachel Spitfire. Let's go.
Hell yeah. The
I always
Supermarine
spit
Rachel.
fire, baby.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, spitting out those fires.
Oh my god.
Ember Lance style. Jack,
Love it.
who the heck
Hello.
are you?
Well, I remember once a couple of hours ago there was a dude who wasn't wearing this hat at the time, and he did a kaiju dating game, and his name was Jack Squarepeg, and I remember it well.
Nostalgic. Yep, sorry, took me a minute. Yep, good job.
Other things that I do are professional game mastering. And I do remember how to do that as well. And you can find me at www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. Thank you for being here.
You're very good at internet, considering your age.
The library teaches free classes. I go every Wednesday. It's important to stay up to date.
My grandmother did those classes.
Have you heard of Mimi's?
Oh no. Oh no, Granddad.
Dan, who the absolute heck are you, you nutritious little boy, you?
Hello. I am Dan in the Meat's face, Dear Urban the Cyber's face. Here I am today, cosplaying a very delicious banana. That's why I outshine the features of all of our enemies in Barovia with how yellow this is. Aside from that, I'm glad that I'm the kind of guy who would manipulate a conversation to reveal information I don't want to ask again. So I'm glad Josh gave me that word, because I was just gonna make up something in this slot right here of just some random shit, and that's me.
Excellent. And Ro, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Roro, a Perth-based performer and educator, and you can follow me at Cradventurers to see photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears, as well as my many travel adventures and upcoming projects. That was novel of you.
I'm Monsieur Dama the Heron,
for
beings of
effort?
indeterminate gender and persuasion. I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel,
Much
Corsair's Cove,
animosity.
where I run D&D and torture Dan with silly names. And also
Yeah.
other games at the moment. Tomorrow night, we will be having Ardana over to talk me through how to play 7th Sea. We're doing a
Ooh.
Tactics Tuesday about 7th Sea, which I've never played. So we're going to be not just that, but we will also be building a character for my character, her campaign, that I believe Jack is also part of now. Maybe
We are talking about it, yes. Yes.
Ooh.
It
Yeah.
depends. I'm not
Playing
entirely
in-
sure, but
in
yes,
her homebrew
theoretically.
world in the
Yes.
Summerfelt Duchies.
Is she
which
still
is-
trying to fit Dragonborn in?
I don't know.
that the plan?
I don't think it's going to be a
it's gonna be
continuation
separate.
of Adelinda
Right.
and Finland's story.
Right.
So I think it's just good, but it's going to be set in the same world in
Gotcha.
the future.
Future.
Which is very, very cool.
In the
so,
future.
yes,
Holy shit.
like this light
Excellent
pink.
color.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
not yellow, but you know.
Look,
I
it's
know.
fine.
Disappointing.
And then on Thursday, Karen and I will be back for more Slay the Spire because we enjoyed it so much. We're going to do it again because
Good
it's
game.
a really good game. It's a little addictive. I'll be honest. I have played some more. it's worse actually even than Into the Breach in terms of the wow. I really like that. I'm going to play a fuck ton of it.
Did I do that to you? I'm sorry.
I burned hard on that one. I've played with every
Tee-hee.
kind now. Yeah, it's very good. So yeah, we'll be back for more Slay the Spire on Thursday. Because we're going to Adelaide in a couple of weeks, and we didn't want to start up a new campaign only to stop it immediately for a couple of weeks. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, if you like my face and voice, you can check me out on the podcast There Be Dragons, where I played the infamous and deadly pirate Scared Felspar und his little dragon Rush. And if you want to see me in Paparotica, that will be in Adelaide in about a month. Which is going to be very exciting and fun. And if you are of a Perth-based persuasion, you could check us out in another Genuine Variety show and that's the title.
Oh, okay.
On the final week of Fringe here in, I think, 2 weeks. We are on Thursday, Friday, and then Karen will be performing as her burlesque alter ego, Miss Lola Moore, on the Saturday night in that, which will be very fun. So, guys, we should talk about some more of the things, like Ukraine. It's a bit of a problem there at the moment. You may have heard in the news. There is a war going on, and that generates refugees. So we are trying to help those people in what little way we can by putting those links up in chat. And if you have any spare pennies in your digital wallet, please consider chucking them to either of those things. The Emergency Action Appeal raises funds for Ukrainian refugees. It's an Australian-based charity, whereas the dragonsvault.shop is where you can acquire the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth, a 38-page D&D booklet, and all proceeds of that go to the British Red Cross for their Ukraine appeal as well. Both are excellent things, and if you could do either one, you're a bloody legend. If you can't, that's okay too. Bless your heart. So, guys, I must also remind our nebulous, nerdy, and possibly even a little nefarious audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. Hey, Deck Strength God, good to see you, buddy. We have a YouTube. It's fully up to date, and it features 94 episodes of Humble. This is the 95th episode in this world, the 95th game of Humblewood so far. Yeah, it's getting, we're getting very close to that 100th episode mark, and when we do, we will be having a special one-shot to celebrate. And we also have a Discord. If you want to come and hang out with us there, that would be groovy and fun as well. Now, we have the wonderful folks at Wooden Forge. They have given us a wonderful link to their wonderful store where you can buy beautiful things like this gorgeous dice tray made of Australian Jarrah. They make all of their stuff out of Australian and exotic hardwoods, and they're really beautiful things. And if you fancy checking them out, that would be great, because it would also benefit us slightly. So if you head to woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, you can check out their beautiful work. Right, I think we need to get into it. And I think a good place to start would be a recap of what happened last week. Or the week before, because we were all sick. Well, not all of us, but a couple of us, and that's more than enough. Rachel, what the absolute heck
all
happened
of us
last
were
week?
sick.
Yes, we were all sick.
Every single one of us, but with different things. I
Yeah.
had scurvy, personally, which is more on brand for Josh, but
I was fully sick.
I had a tummy bug.
I was just
So-
rad.
Rach, what the heck happened 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we started off in the heat of battle And by that I mean we were being attacked by bugs.
What?
Now, I have been attacked by a lot of things in my time. But I have to say, swarms of bugs are among my least favorite adversaries. They're gross, tiny, moving targets who don't respond at all to my clever one-liners. The only plus side is that they are slower than me, so I ran away from mine because I have bigger fish to fry. Helvig took a different strategy, killing bees with ease by using peel like a fucking flamethrower, and somewhere in the distance, the Doom soundtrack starts playing in the back of my mind. It was a great visual. It was incredible.
Oh god, Helvig as Doom guy.
Meanwhile, Baba Booey is floating around on a flying chariot like a coward.
Banjo Tooie, I believe.
Yes.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Celinox perches on the edge of the huge man's skull, getting all up in her George Foreman and triggering Smoothie's silence spell, which is a good strategy, even though it is also terrible for snappy dialogue. But we'll forgive him. We'll forgive that. Eventually, Baba Dabba Doo lands her chariot and gets onto the ground, which seems like a good thing. It seems like a good thing until she goes full Cronenberg and turns into an enormous, disgusting fly. But at least it is an earthbound fly, which means it's within stabbing range, so we can fight her. The Fly Witch charges at Smoothie, but he uses the power of the Lord to make her charge into the fence instead. And she does like an idiot. She looks real stupid doing it. But it is a short-lived victory because Smoothie soon gets knocked unconscious.
Yep.
Shortly after, Esmeralda also gets knocked unconscious, which means we've got 2 unconscious people, so it's not looking good. Helvig revives Smoothie with magic, and I revive Esmeralda with a potion, which I might as well have fed to one of the goats because she gets knocked out again immediately. But then Smoothie brings her back with a spell, which is decidedly more powerful than a basic health potion. Good job, Smoothie. After a lot of stabbing, Barbara Streisand loses her fly form, shrinking back down into a vaguely mammalian witch. But she doesn't stay there for very long, because she turns back into a giant spider instead. Perhaps the extra 2 legs will be the difference she needs. Who could possibly say? Meanwhile, the walking hut has been summoned and is slowly lumbering towards us. Good thing we spent half an hour setting that trap, which slows it down a fair bit because houses are not known for their dexterity. We continue to stab the spider, and it seems to be going quite well, until Baba Black Sheep casts a spell on Celinox that turns her into a zombie, which is terrifying and confusing. Celinox starts fighting for her new master, and I discover that, oh boy, Celinox is very strong. Boy howdy! I think she's usually on our side. Suddenly, this battle is a lot more intense and urgent. Smoothie soon deals the killing blow to the witch, which is fine. It's not as if I needed to kill something sentient today.
I was
Totally
told
cool.
to.
It's totally fine. But even with Barney the dinosaur disposed of, we still need to deal with zombie Celinox. Fortunately, Esmeralda tells us what to do. We need to kill Celinox so that Smoothie can bring her back as her normal self. So, I stab Celinox, apologizing as I do. It's very hard to do, very upsetting. Once she is dead, Smoothie is able to bring her back with magic, and she's alive and herself, but unconscious. The hut is still coming towards us, so we book it to regroup and figure out our next move. I'm dragging Celinox on my shoulders. She's real heavy, and we get out of there. And that is where we are.
Thank you very much. Yes, Mushy Peas, thank you very much for the follow, matey. And Crispy260 or Crispy260, thank you very much for the sub, you bloody champion. Avast, mateys, you wee scallywags. Yeah, you've got to have the eye twitch. They do that so you can look through the telescope. That's how it's all practice. So, and interesting. Yes, I really like the
Axed
metamorphosis reference as well. There, all right. Yes, that's some good intertextuality. I saw that show in London, and they used trampolines on several layers so that he could actually like bounce around like a cockroach.
That's fantastic.
It was really
Cool.
cool. Very cool play. So let's get back into it, mateys.
Bruh.
May you kill bees with ease, and all your George Foremans remain not undead as we head, tremulously at first, and then with mounting anxiety and dread, into Barovia. So, we return to Berez, and a semi-ruined goat pen in the middle of a properly ruined village. Berez, the gang aren't looking much better than the town. Smoothie and Esmeralda have had a hard evening, and Celinox is even more off-colour. And to top things off, in about 40 seconds, you will all be joined by a vengeful house looking to finish what Baba Booey started.
Indeed.
Yeah. Rach, also, I'm going to give you inspiration for all of the different versions of Baba Booey and Baba Black Sheep, and yeah, you can have inspiration.
Thank you. Proud of myself.
So,
I
yeah.
can't believe you
the
found
house,
so many.
The house was stalled, but only briefly. You basically bought yourself about 30 seconds. Crap. So
Before the internet gets up in my shit, I'm logging on and getting the stream on my phone. I'm not just texting. Okay,
No.
cool.
Oh, that's totally fine.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
No, I know
I'm on the
you. I
phone
know
all the
you
time.
don't, Josh. I just don't expect the internet to be that kind. So I'm telling in advance. Go ahead.
Right. You're putting it out there in the universe so the internet
Yes.
knows.
Yes.
So yeah, Celinox is unconscious and draped across Trish Caper's shoulders. Celinox, for your information, you are comatose.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're about as close to dead as you can be, but you ain't. So yeah, there's gonna have to be some serious stuff done to you to repair the damage. But you are not mechanically dead. Because I thought that would be a bit unfair. So, there is a house coming. What you doing? Esmeralda is like,
Running.
what are we thinking?
We need to go.
What are we thinking?
I am lightly just trying to I'll look at Trish and just go let's try and find shelter. Yeah.
Yeah. We need to go somewhere the house can't.
Okay. What about the druid thing that's up across the river? We can cross the river. Go back to the boat.
I don't know if I
Oh.
can get her across the river. She's
Okay.
very heavy.
Okay.
What if we help?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just head for the druid thing. That's what we know.
Sure.
Esmeralda.
My peer rifle returns to peer prime.
Esmeralda would say, she is not getting any worse, yes? I could make her invisible and we leave her here, come back later.
What?
No.
Okay, alright, just a thought. Let's go then.
Also, it's a house. How fast can houses move?
Helvig,
you can-
you're still flying, right?
Yeah, for like, I guess the fight is not actually that long. For like 8 more minutes.
Yeah. The house can move pretty fast, probably about as fast as you.
Okay, I'm gonna spend the time to distract the house. Y'all can move somewhere else. Bye. I just leave.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so Helvig is going to try and distract the house. How are you going to distract the house?
I open fire at it.
Okay, and sort of try and lead it elsewhere.
Yes.
Doing the Iron Man thing. Pew pew.
I love it. Very cool. With Pier. So
Since I
yes.
have like 300 feet range, I'm like, guess what, house? I just
So
start
you
throwing
have-
shade at it.
Your speed is 60 feet because you are flying.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct.
Cool. So Trish, you are
Sounds so-
your speed is also doubled because of the speedy boots. Yes.
Yes.
However, you are encumbered because you are carrying another person, so your speed is effectively halved.
So I'm back
So-
down to 30. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Smoothie, I don't know what your state of movement speed is.
25.
25. Esmeralda is about that fast as well. She's a speed of 30 feet. But she doesn't have the ability to double dash or anything, so you can all probably make a 60 feet a turn, but that's about it if you use your action to run.
I'm gonna look at Trish and I go, "Am I gonna be helpful moving, or are you good? Because I can help distract."
Yeah, distract. I've got
Distract. Okay, and I'm gonna go fly, because I can do that too. So.
Okay. So you are flying towards the house. So Helvig and Smoothie are flying towards the house. Esmeralda and Trish are going across the river or heading into the forest away from where the house is coming.
We said across the river, so that's what we're doing.
Okay, across the river. Esmeralda would have left the boat by the bank, I think. No, she packed it away after you came back.
She did.
In which case, but it's not a particularly deep river, and with Esmeralda's help, you could certainly try to get her across, get Celinox across.
I feel like at the earliest opportunity, we're getting this armor off her, because it's heavy.
So as you pull her, basically you're carrying her. Esmeralda is not a large woman, so she is more suited to... She is unbuckling Celinox's armor and not putting it about her person. She is basically just... There is a trail of breadcrumbs almost as Celinox is being de-armored as you drag her towards the river. While the boys are bombarding this house. So, let's roll initiative, I think. Smoothie and Helvig, to see how you do about this house. See who goes first and so forth. I think
Okay.
this music isn't nearly frightening enough, so let's do this. So let's have some rolls.
Appropriate.
11 in case it's not showing up.
Smoothie
21.
gets an 11 and 21, you say?
Yep.
Helvig?
21.
21, and
21.
Smoothie got an 11. Let's see how the house does. A straight 4 on the dice, so probably last. Yeah. The house gets a 2.
Yeah, see? Houses, not
So
dexterous.
you guys are faster than the house. Congratulations. So, what do you
better
do?
Be faster than the house.
Where do you go? How close do you get? What are you doing?
Well, first I have to try and get its attention.
Uh-huh.
So, since my range is 300 feet, as I fly towards it, I'm just gonna blast, like, your architecture is stupid! Come get me, you house!
You house.
You definitely receive. You definitely get its attention. So make a couple of attacks.
I am momentarily tempted trying to shoot the cages free, but I won't.
Right.
I might shoot some birds instead. The first attack is a 13, and the second is a 15.
Neither hit.
That's
I'm afraid.
okay.
Well, they both sort of blast against the bark of the house is an 8-legged spider, but the spider legs are actually the roots of a giant mangrove tree. And the house is basically just perched on the stump, but it's sort of built over the stump, so it really does look like the house just has these wooden legs, and the bark of the legs is just sort of deflects the bolts of your eldritch blasts without any major impact. But you definitely get its attention. Smoothie, what do you do? And can you give me a vague idea? Are you trying to lead it away from the river, presumably?
Yeah.
Knowing that that's where the girls are going?
Yeah.
Sure.
100%.
Last update was river, yeah.
Can I see, two-prong question, can I see inside it? Is like the deck plan open, or is like, what's the situation
There
as
is a
far
couple
as
of windows
what's
and a
inside?
door. The door is closed. The windows do, have curtains, but the curtains are filmy. There does not appear to be lights on inside, however. Actually, no, there would be. It's nighttime. There is a soft glow from the inside. It looks like a fire.
Okay, I think I might try and get its, does it look does it seem like it's focused on Helvig, or does it look like? Okay, great.
It's
In that
definitely-
case, I want to spend my turn to see if I can make a perception check to see what I might be able to see inside, because
It's
I
like
might.
its
just go for a dive
windows
by.
are its eyes, and it's tracking him.
Right.
It actually tilts itself upwards a bit, and it's watching him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Come get
Okay.
this.
Okay, I'm gonna actually. I think I'm gonna change my mind because almost certainly going inside this thing means it's gonna crunch me. So I'm going to, how close am I to the bird thingies?
Bear in mind as well, Smoothie, I believe your
Yes.
fly speed is 30 feet.
35. You
35.
increased it by 10 feet.
Yeah. So you
This
are
ground
only
crab
about
is
half the
OP.
speed of Helvig. Is the
Yeah,
only
that's fine.
trick. So
Oh,
just
it doesn't.
and
All good.
we're not
how
playing
close,
this out on a map. I'm just saying that you
All
are
good.
not moving as quickly as Helvig is.
Right.
So it would take you a little while to get in range. But
Oh.
yeah, depends what you're wanting to do.
Well, how close am I to the birds?
To the birds, if Helvig is 300 feet away, you'd
just
be
open
about
fire
100 feet
immediately,
behind
so-
him, basically. So just in terms of turn order, because we are roughly in that, you're a few turns away from the house itself if you're wanting to
I
get
did
up
get
to it.
snagged.
I think I'm just gonna use my movement, and dash seems like the only thing I can do on this turn. To be honest, I
Sure.
can't. I'm not in range of anything, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you will get in range fairly quickly,
Yeah.
but just for this initial round. So the house,
So 70 feet is what I move
yep,
with the dash.
a 26 to hit, Helvig, I believe.
Yes.
As one of the mangrove roots reaches into the swamp and pulls out a decent-sized rock. So basically, it's about the size of a human head, and
my
just
God,
boy.
sidearms it straight at you. And it arcs gracefully through the
Bruh.
air and smacks you upside your head.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Oh, there's a
for-
300 feet throw. God fucking damn it. This house needs to stop existing.
Why did we spend so much time slowing it down?
So that is 24 points of damage.
Yeah, okay.
Bludgeoning.
Yeah, I take that.
20.
Yeah, that resolves. I
It
let
does.
it happen. 24. Sure.
26.
I let it happen. I
Oh,
had a
the
choice in
damage,
this.
yeah.
I let it happen.
I let it happen.
Yep, good.
I keep my concentration on fly exactly, which is
Nice.
12. Yeah. It was a big risk.
I had a
because,
couple of
yeah,
D6 to that. Shit.
Just one more damage.
That was
Or
3d8
2 more
plus
damage.
8 damage. And I rolled an 8, a 7, and a 1.
Well, good hit.
Okay.
Structure.
Damn it. Got him.
Got him! Back to the top of the order, because it can only do that once a round,
Yeah.
fortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Helvig,
suck.
you are 300
Um,
feet away from it and sort of kiting it northwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and like, cause boy, that sucked, and I don't know how fucking smart this tree is, this stupid house. So I'm gonna just try not to acknowledge like Smoothie's existence in the air, in the airways. So I
I'm
don't.
very
like,
far behind you. It's all good. And
so
I
don't
plan to keep it that
accidentally
way.
Be like, yes, hello, and then he gets thrown a rock. So I'm just gonna hope that Smoothie understands what the fuck I'm doing.
Sure. No, I have 12 hit points. I've got the idea. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and like just fly in a circle, so
Right.
just like keeping in range or trying to stay the same distance away. And I'm just gonna spend my action to dodge. Because
Very well.
boy, at
Yeah.
least I can see the rock coming.
Yep, and flying, yep. Cool. Smoothie, it's your turn. So Dan, you are still within 300 feet of it?
Yeah. But like now arcing away from Smoothie.
But now you have like swept
circle.
around in that arc around it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I am honestly probably just going to. I don't think damaging this thing is worth it. Let me just quickly look and see if there's anything I'm not thinking of. No, I think I'm just going to use my turn to cast Twilight Sanctuary and a sort of like it's a 30-foot radius. So basically a silver kind of, what's that thing that they put fancy dishes, like they put like the silver round thing on top?
Tureen.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that, but like transparent. And I hang back, I go back a tiny bit, but enough that like I don't think I could reach him even with 35 feet of movement, right? Like I moved.
You'd be at about 300 feet now.
No, to Helvig.
Oh, to Helvig? No,
Helvig,
you would
did you
be...
move very far?
You would have moved
the full
60?
60 in a like parabola.
Away from me.
Yeah.
Okay, great. In that case, I just kind of, I'll just say like, this'll help. But you have to come to me.
I think technically you're 55 feet away from him if you've moved your 35.
Yeah, I'll skirt around like whatever direction he went in, but like 10 to 15 feet behind sort of thing, so that he can, when he wants to, stop by. And for me, I give well, it's just when you want it, basically. And for me, I give myself 6 plus 7, so that's 13 temporary hit points.
Good.
Nice choice.
Wise decision. And the house is very fixated on Helvig at this point, and is going to continue. It's going to scuttle towards you 30 feet, Helvig, and pick another chunk of masonry up out of the swamp, and it's going to yeet it at you with
How many
disadvantage.
solid objects
one
are
assumes.
there in this goddamn?
I mean, it's a ruined town.
The worst. Yeah, you roll
with
at
disadvantage. I'm
Dude.
afraid that's a 16 and a 12 on the dice, which means 24 to
God.
hit.
Bruh. Yeah, that hits.
It's very, very strong. An 8, a 6, and a 5. 14, 19, 27 points of damage.
Let me think about that for a second. But just let
Gonna
it
take
sink
that
in,
one?
you know? Yeah. You know what? I've thought about it, Josh, and you know what? You're right. I will take that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. What
This
was
is why
that,
I love
28?
playing with
Just
you.
so-
27.
12, 27. You know what?
He's
One
very
less-
he's a very
one
gracious
less than I
player.
thought, you know?
He is. He's extremely giving, and
Yeah.
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 I love how he takes that damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
because he
it's,
could,
it's a choice.
because you could refuse it, you know, like
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Yes.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't need anymore. Yeah.
Anyway, there's like a rock, and then
It's on there.
Helvig
What
just
for
like,
thing?
like barrel roll and crashes into the ground.
Oh no. Have I just broken fly, or are you unconscious?
I mean, you've broken more than just the fly, Josh. I'm not sure. But we did it. We distracted them.
Yeah.
Are you unconscious?
Very hard. Yes.
This isn't. Oh fuck me.
It's. Did you hear how much damage I took in the last two?
Well,
As I recall, it was 53 points of damage.
Helvig ever been unconscious?
51 points. Yes, I've killed
Aside
him,
from
remember?
dying.
Yeah.
It's been a while, though.
Yeah, it's
I
season
think like
2.
once. I think like
Alright.
once. But
Yeah, all I needed was a thing with a plus 12 to hit.
12 to hit. Yeah.
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 All right. Well, fortunately, it's Helvig's turn now.
Oh, how gracious of you, Josh.
I hate to be that guy, but
love
I
that.
kind of have to be technically, if you went unconscious
You
from the
fell.
damage, you'd fail the saving throw hitting the floor.
Yeah,
Just to
and
be
that's
transparent.
fine.
Yep.
I love gravity.
Yeah, who doesn't? So Dan,
Gravity-
make a death save.
Yeah, it grounds me
Oh,
and
no.
keeps me on the level. Oh. My brain was like, where is my death saving throw? On the sheet.
You
It's
should
just a
go to
D20
more
roll,
internet
fine.
classes.
Oh.
They're every Wednesday.
That's a success. That's a 16.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, one fail, one success. Smoothie. Helvig is there's a small crater in a little ruined house that Helvig doesn't appear to have damaged himself physically, but he is not moving. As this sort of, and in fact, I think you probably, Dan, would it be fair to say that Helvig has gone urchin and just sort of auto curled up? And it's sort of a self-defense mode to protect his weakened form.
No.
No,
I don't
Okay.
I don't think that's there. I feel like it's more like the opposite, where now that he's unconscious, all the spikes that are like heavier than the rest kind of just like make him just like stab into the ground. Like
Okay.
he's just like belly up with the spikes down.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's much worse. Right. He is. Yeah. He is supine on the ground, in a 2-foot dent in the ground that he sort of dug into the muck. Not the soft gap. Exactly, Master Steve.
He's made of all stone and metal now. But yes,
Yep.
the
Smithy.
soft gap.
Okay. Question 1. Am I high up enough that I can see where
Probably got an angle on him, yeah.
Trish and Celinox are at? And what they might be doing?
Yes. Let's say yes. They've
Where
gone
are
down a
they?
slope and you've been flying. Yeah.
Where
is-
are they then? Have they gone far
They
enough
are
that
probably at the river.
at the river? Okay, then I think
In
I
fact,
think
they've
we've
probably
done.
begun crossing.
I think we've done what we need to do then. Okay, so I said I was, and obviously math is hard when I'm just visualizing, but I said that I was about 15 or so feet behind him. Did I end up there?
No, you were about 50
like
feet.
55.
50 feet behind him.
Yeah, something.
So you are
Even
about,
with my movement of 35?
yeah. You were 100 feet
5-0.
behind him when
5-0.
he got there.
Okay.
And then
5-0.
I careened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
you're
saying you didn't travel
extremely
far when
far
you
away.
dropped.
You're extremely far away
It's
from me.
fine. What's the house
Okay.
gonna do? Look for me?
Yeah, the thing that
With one
antagonized it.
eyes.
Okay. There is not a lot I can do, man. I'll be honest with you. You're too far away.
Chill.
Okay, so I've done the thing. It is not helpful to you
Trish,
at
kill me.
even slightly.
Now's the time.
Okay.
She's really far away.
I didn't see that happen, did I? Because I'm busy. I'm busy.
You're very
Yeah,
busy.
You're very busy.
How high up am I from the ground?
I should have just given you like a remote and a
40
bomb.
feet. How high would Smoothie be?
I would match Helvig's. So Helvig, how high up do you think you are?
Oh, I was planning on being like 10 feet above canopy. Because I was
Okay.
gonna, next turn, I was gonna like try and delve in.
Duck under. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, about 30 feet.
30 feet, 30.
Yeah.
So that means 30 feet down and 50 feet across.
Yeah. We're playing it fast and loose. Call it 50 feet.
50 feet diagonally.
Yeah. As the smoothie flies.
It's the Smoothie.
How far away is it? It's obviously close enough that it can just grab shit, right?
Yeah. It is
Okay.
from you
It's
about
more like throw
300.
shit.
Yeah.
It's grabbing shit like around itself.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to try and shout and make an attempt to. I'm in a ruined town, right? Can
Yeah.
I try and get its attention? Go back as far as I can. Not as far as I can, like relatively speaking, and then take cover and make a stealth roll.
Okay, sure.
Like
all right.
basically try and get it to go up. Yeah. Anyway, stealth is what I'm trying to do.
Yep, stealth. Make a stealth check, please.
16.
16. Excellent.
I really don't want two people to die on my watch. Okay.
No, but we gotta rack up that trauma count, dude.
Yeah. 16. Yeah, you. I will make a perception check for the fucking blind house. Yep.
See, I told you.
Okay.
As long as you are not on the ground, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm hovering, shall we say?
I would assume that.
Okay.
Cool. So
And then,
you are attempting to get its attention.
I want to
and
get
then
its
hide.
attention for the sake of brevity here, because I don't like. You can narrate it however you want, but my intention is to hide, grab a rock, throw it as far as I can, and once it has gone as like to the extent of what I think it is, rush the Helvig. So we can
Are you
go.
wanting to make your way towards him with the movement of this turn?
No, I want to throw the rock first because I imagine this was my turn. Unless you would allow me to throw the rock on this
I'm
turn. That's a
allowing
free action.
the rock at this turn. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, in that case, that's what I do.
Okay.
I throw it as hard as I can up
you get
and
about-
over the buildings.
And you get about halfway to Helvig. You're throwing the rock. I'm imagining if you drew a line between Helvig and Celinox and Trish, you are throwing it diagonally away from both of those things.
100%.
Yeah. To try and encourage it to go in a new direction. So, Smoothie, make me an athletics check, please. This is a strength to see how far you can yeet a rock.
Not bad. 14.
14.
Plus 0.
Yeah. I say you don't pick up a very big rock because you want to get it as far as you can. You
That's
find a rock that is as big as you can reasonably chuck a decent distance. And I will say that you managed to get it about 350 feet, and it plops into the river behind the house.
Holy shit.
The house which has
What a
blind
fucking
sight.
throw.
I mean, if it was going to land in front of the house, it would lure it straight towards you, so you don't want that.
No.
So yeah, it can hear it, and the house isn't very smart and turns around. You actually see its legs sort of trundle around as it's looking for the noise behind it. All the while, the crows are squawking really loud in the cages on its front. I'm just going to cut back to Trish and Celinox for a little minute. Well, Trish and Esmeralda. Celinox... in fact, let's talk Celinox first, shall we?
I'm ready.
So,
I have pancakes.
Celinox, you have been in a bit of a liminal space since the blast of oily green energy struck you in the heart. You were aware, as if in a dream, of Trish suddenly seeming like a possessed demon that you needed to destroy. And in an abstract way, of the flaming lance that she ran through your heart. All of which seemed a bit of an overreaction to calling her scared. After that, however, you vaguely recall some screaming, Smoothie crying, and Trish picking you up and a bumpy ride on her shoulder. Where you are, sounds are dull, but dominated by this slow, soft beating of a heart. You are about... Oh, look, Tony, always. You are about waist deep in water. Trish is significantly more so. And you are weirdly aware of what's going on around you. Celinox, I will allow you to say 3 words. To mumble something. Your head is close enough to Trish's, your mouth is close enough to Trish's ears that she would probably be able to hear you mutter something.
So just to clarify, I'm aware of what's happening in the real world around me.
very loosely. You are aware that there was some argument. You are aware that you are being taken away. You are being dragged away from a combat that would appear to. I mean, the boys aren't there, and you can hear some banging and crashing. So you think the fight's probably still ongoing.
Right.
So 3, I would say, advice, sort of what your wishes are in this.
Where's the kid?
It comes out as a, where's the kid?
He's okay. Distracting the house while I get you somewhere safe.
That's all she wrote.
Did I understand? Did I?
You can hear that.
Am
yeah.
I aware of the response?
Yeah. You are aware of that, Celinox. However, Esmeralda didn't hear it. It was very quiet, and Esmeralda is paddling alongside, trying to keep up. Trish, you are managing to keep your head above the water. However, you're getting to about a third of the way out, and you're going to have to start swimming in a minute. With a, largely speaking, buoyant body. But having done surf lifesaving, it's not the easiest thing swimming with somebody who isn't helping. Esmeralda will give you some whatever assistance a 3-limbed Jabin can provide. But it's not going to be fast, and the boots of swimming isn't what you're wearing. So, do you do anything, say anything, be anything, Trish?
I'm gonna say to Esmeralda, throw me a rope in case I stumble.
She will shout back, I will swim ahead, and yes, I will help drag.
Okay. And then I save my breath.
Very well. Yeah, and then the first bit of river water flows into your mouth and you splutter, and and then you just focus on swimming. I'm actually going to say, Rach, that your rage is just wearing off now. That you have been exerting yourself, and it's kept your rage going. So I will have you, with this last gasp of your rage, make a strength check with advantage.
Okay. Strength check, here we go.
I believe.
15. I'll roll
15?
again.
Let's go.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, we're keeping the 15. 15!
Apologies to the
-2.
audience.
Oh,
The checks do not appear to be coming up on the stream.
Secrets.
I rolled a 15 and a 4, so
Yeah.
we're keeping 15.
15. 15 is enough. You are making decent headway. It's surprisingly good, given that I don't think Trish is... Would you say Trish is a particularly strong swimmer?
No.
Yeah.
She didn't grow up around water. She's not very familiar with swimming.
Yeah.
Bare basics.
Yeah, she can keep her head above water, but keeping somebody else's head above water, yeah. Alrighty, cool. Right, back to the boys then.
You the boys.
Yeah, the boys.
Wait, I'm dying.
We're back to the top of the order. Elvic.
Oh, that's me.
The house has spent its turn looking for the plop of a rock.
It's a success. It's a 10.
10.
Bruh.
Ooh. Oh.
Bruh.
Fuck off.
Oh.
Was there ever any doubt?
Yes.
It's
I
fine.
think there may have been some.
Quite a bit.
Smoothie.
Either I will get close enough to him to cast Cure Wounds, or I will dash towards him.
You get. I would say with flying speed you will get close enough that you can do it. Are you trying to do it stealthy-like?
Yeah.
Another stealth check then, please.
Would it be an advantage considering the distance and I'm flying?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
All right. It's good because it was a 8 and a 4, so a 12.
A 12. Interesting. No. Cool. You get there.
All right.
And you cast Cure Wounds, one presumes.
That is correct. I'm going to cast it at first level because I get the feeling I might need all the spell slots I can get. So that is 10 points of healing plus 13 temporary hit points.
Oh,
Lovely.
wow. Because of
And
the
as I-
Twilight Sanctuary.
And
Nice.
as I touch his cheek to wake him up, you wake up and you see this.
You hear not far away a thumping and a sploshing of the legs of the tree. No more than, from where Helvig is, it is 270 feet. Under 100 meters.
How far away are the birds?
The birds are 270 meters. Feet. The girls or the birds?
I'll point the birds.
Yeah.
I'll point at the cages, and can I go? I'll say this. Can you hit that from here?
Can I see that from here?
The bird cages.
Yeah. If you are prone.
Yeah, try and be like,
If you were to stand up and go to the doorway of the ruined domicile that you are in, you would be able to just duck your head out, and the house currently has its back to you. But if it was to turn around, you would be able to see them from the doorway.
Can you shoot the cages open?
If it turns around, yes. I appear in my hands, turns to a sniper rifle with a scope.
I'm gonna cast. We'll come back for it then. I will cast Thaumaturgy, and make a big old noise, and basic. I'll just tell either you can't shoot it, but yeah. Oh, hang on. Thaumaturgy to the east, shall we say? So it just turns to the point where you can get the bird.
On it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see the bird cages, and then I'll say, once you open that, we go.
Okay.
Yeah, the house turns around.
There's two, right? Two bird cages.
There are. One is, yeah, you'd only be able to see one if it turned around, but that'd be enough.
And I see, like, is there a moment that, like, I can see two when it turns?
Well, actually, it turns directly to look at the building that you guys are sheltering in on its turn, and moves 60 feet towards you.
30. Thaumaturgy can go 30 feet beyond me, though, just to be clear.
Sure. Is it a bonus action?
No, it's an action.
So it would be your next round.
True. Okay.
But
Okay, yeah,
it has, it's possibly you're talking, but it would seem to know where you are. It seems to have a fix on your location.
How close is it now that it's moved 60 feet?
It has moved 60 feet, so 210. And it is looking straight at you. You can see both the bird cages. And it's Helvig's turn.
Okay, well, I aim at the house and then I just wait. I see both bird cages now.
Yep. They're on the front.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and I'm just gonna focus on one first and not like half-ass both.
Yep. What are you attempting to do? Shoot the locks off? Shoot the cages off the house? Where are you aiming?
Smoothie worded it as open, so I'm gonna try and shoot the lock off.
Okay. Either way, it's probably as difficult a shot either way, but yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
You know what? Sorry, this is Jack misunderstanding. I thought the bird cages were separate so that it would make a distraction. If it's on the house, then that's not
Oh.
what I would have said.
Yeah, no, no.
We can
I
come
see, I
back for
thought-
the birds. I
right.
thought they were elsewhere. In that case,
Yep.
I
thought you
would
meant
just-
that we
I
should
I mean,
Let's
opening one
do
of
it
them
now.
would make a fairly good distraction because the birds seem pissed.
okay, well,
I will fire anyway.
yeah, okay. If you're up for it, then I think that's the best shot we've got, man. So,
18 on the first.
Ooh. Does. I increased the AC by 2 because you were aiming at something very specific. But yes, that is the number you needed.
Oh, that's good damage. 12 force on the lock.
You managed to blast open the lock, and the cage swings open, and immediately the birds make a bid for freedom. The ravens, crows, and magpies in the cage swarm out and begin batting and pecking at the house.
Okay.
fuck you, House.
Yeah,
I go for the second.
love it.
Bolt action, pure rifle. Bruh, I'm gonna use my inspiration to
Very well.
reroll that. Yes! Poggers.
Poggers.
21.
Nice.
21.
Because the house is now like, making the second
I
shot
mean,
even harder, but 21 is the number you required.
You win some, you do
yes.
some. 5.
How much damage?
Force. 5.
Yeah. Yes, alright. The second cage bursts open, or it's
Yeah.
damaged enough that the crows inside of it on their turn manage to break it open.
Go, 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 go!
And then Helvig, your fly is over. You're out of spells?
Yeah, no. I am out of spells.
Very well. Helvig begins to
I
waddle back.
waddle.
I'm gonna go like spread out, like just kind of like go diagonal, and I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy behind me as I go, just to distract it from the sound. And it's gonna be a bird sound, but it's like 50,000 times louder. So
Yeah.
yeah. So like a distortion on a guitar, if you like, really loud.
Love it. That is very, very cool. And yeah, you managed to make your way. You are starting to head back towards the river now, I presume. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The house you can see is starting to just wave its front two root legs at these birds. And with each passing swipe, a couple fall from the air. I'm just going to roll a couple of attacks. Oh, wow.
That's on the birds. The birds
That
want to
is
do
on
that
the
with their
birds.
freedom. It's up to them.
It just missed them
Bird.
twice. I rolled a
That's
2
fair.
and a 3 to
Okay.
attack the birds.
Let's go birds.
But the 13, it takes out like one big swipe. It takes out like almost half of the first swarm. However, it also dislodges the door of the second swarm, and that swarms out as well. And they're all just batting and pecking at it. And I will get a couple of people in chat. Can I have Crispy and Tony and Mooncloud? Can you all roll me a d6?
Is it
this
vulnerable
is-
to bird damage? What's going on?
Vulnerable
Yeah.
to bird damage.
It's allergic to bird.
Hang the fuck on.
So it should be.
Yeah.
It's a house, it's not magic.
Yeah.
It is a bit magic.
Stupid.
So exclamation mark roll space 6 in chat, please. Tony, Mooncloud, and Crispy. We will see how much damage the birds can do to the
Max
house.
damage birds. It's gonna birds. How do you want to do this?
6 from Crispy. Good start. Max damage from the first flock of birds. Actually, this is the
I
second
swear
flock
to
of
God,
birds.
if this thing goes down,
Do you think the birds are going to kill the house? The house that killed, that knocked Helvig
rolling
out?
damage for it in the first place.
Because they're pissed. They've been...
It's Barovian birds, man. We don't know shit. They have chickens here.
Yeah,
true.
that's true. Alright, well, I think the other two
Apex
might
predator caged in the fence.
be. Yeah. The other two might be lurking. So if I can have a couple more people in chat, whoever wants to roll it, I'll take the first 2 d6s. exclamation mark, roll, space, the number 6.
Get 'em.
And meanwhile, I'm going to cut back to Trish and Celinox. Laurite gets a 1. Thank you, Laurite. Trish, Esmeralda, you are making your way across the stream now. You're probably about 2/3 of the way. And Lizelle got another 6. Wow. 13 points of damage to the house. Not a bad
Respectable.
start.
Love it.
It's not bad. 2 maxes and a min. We'll take it. That's good average. Yeah, you guys are starting to make your headway across the river. The current isn't particularly strong. It's just steep. The water is murky, and Trish, you're getting pretty tired at this point. However, your rage is definitely worn off. But Esmeralda has overtaken and is now sort of leading you along. She has wrapped a rope around Celinox, it's sort of around the neck and under the armpit, so it's sort of, yeah,
Like a
it wouldn't.
seatbelt?
It won't, yeah, like a seatbelt. It won't throttle her if she's obliged to pull. And you make me a perception check, Trish.
Alrighty, perception. 21.
21. Trish, you see on the far bank the Corvum woman standing there, watching. Her eyes are on the sky, and you hear behind you the squawking increases and a bunch of birds flying up. And she is watching this massive tower. Like, it's a lot of birds seem to have gotten free all of a sudden. And she is watching that. She watches it for a good couple of seconds, and then she looks down at you and dashes back up to the tree line and emerges about 15 seconds later with a length of rope, which she is knotting as she runs back to the river and, like, throws it like a lasso and throws it out into the river, attempting, obviously, to help you. It lands in the water just ahead of Esmeralda, and Esmeralda makes a grab for it.
Good.
That is where we are at. Gonna go back to the boys. So you are wanting to get away from this house that is engaged with the birds. Make me stealth checks, I think.
Oh my god. Stealth is not...
Straight roll?
It is
Considering,
a
or-
straight roll, yeah.
Even though he's being attacked by bullets?
Yeah, alright. I'll give you advantage on this one.
For both of us?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Normally I don't go for it, it's just it made sense to me.
No, that's fair.
15.
See how we did.
15 for moi.
I elect to choose the 6.
A 6 and a 3, rough. Okay. Yeah, so, Smoothie, you are quiet as the grave. Helvig, not so much. And there is... It gets... you've definitely gained some ground on it as you are running. I'm presuming you two are both just using your action to dash, but being as quiet as possible. And yeah, this house definitely spends a turn or two dealing with the birds, but the birds take some casualties and do some damage, but eventually the birds swarm away. Birds don't have a very high breaking point. Their leadership is quite low, to use some Warhammer terminology. So yes, the birds fly away, and you can feel these thuds coming along behind you again.
If like, was it Muriel?
It was Muriel.
Yeah, if Muriel gets all up in her grill that the birds are dying, I swear.
I think I've dropped all pretense if it seems like it just I'm just sprinting.
Beelining it. Very well.
Yeah.
So
I'm also just
Smoothie's movement is 25 feet
Flying
around.
sprinting.
Flying sprinting. So you can both move as fast as it can, because Helvig's move is 30? No? 25?
No. Yes.
Okay.
30,
So-
35 when I'm flying.
Right. But Helvig actually can't move as fast as the house.
I'm just gonna try and like jump in the water and be like,
Yeah.
this is where I live now, and hopefully do the thing in like where I make them lose my scent because I'm in the water.
So yeah, it is tracking you. It is following you. But Smoothie, you are managing to keep ahead of it. Helvig, however, is slowly losing ground on it. Every round, basically,
still pretty
Helvig loses
far.
10 feet. And so Helvig,
Yo, that's me.
I'm gonna make one attack. Ooh.
You're gonna say that I win D&D.
Oh. Pair of 9s on the dice. I rolled with disadvantage because you've been dodging in and out of houses and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you are lucky. Helvig, you take 6 points, 6 plus 8, 14 points of damage.
You have
as
13 temporary hit points.
Yeah, I know.
I did more than.
That was, yeah. You got crazy lucky. I rolled a pair of 9s, which means a 21 to hit.
Wait, I have 13 temp.
But I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 1
Not
on
anymore.
the damage. So, yeah, they're all gone. But it used its action to do that, so it lost 30 feet of ground on you, meaning that you make it to the river, basically, the pair of you. About 300 feet ahead of it.
I'm just
Trish,
gonna jump in and hold my breath.
Yep.
Let the water take me away, to be honest.
So yeah, Helvig, you hit the water and you go under. It is not difficult for you. You are made
I
of
just
metal.
seal. Oh my god! Like,
Oh, you're linked
Your
in the
submarine.
water level.
And whereas Smoothie is, are you flying as fast as you can, or are you keeping pace with Helvig?
Dramatically speaking, I think probably what happens is that my fly, like the moment, like I think I'm safe. Like we'll say that. I mean, it's technically a spell, but like we'll say that the jetpack has run out of gas, whatever it is I use, and I just kind of skid on my shoulder and end up on my back on the other side of the
On the
coast.
far side of the river.
Yeah.
You do that basically as Trish, Celinox, and Esmeralda are being reeled in by Muriel.
Yeah.
And on the far side of the river is the house. The house has come over the rise down to the bank. Helvig, are you trying to swim across the river, or are you just letting the current take you?
I'm just gonna a bit of column A, bit of me.
Sure. So Helvig, you are being washed away downstream at probably a rate of about 5 feet a turn.
I'm prioritizing getting the like more the current taking me so that like I am displaced from my like last known location.
Yeah. You would have moved about 25 feet from your last known location when you entered the water. Unless you actively moved.
Well, I'm just gonna keep track of like my quote unquote breath.
Yeah. You've been under for 5 rounds.
For a bit, and then be like, start to walk to shore.
Mm-hmm. I think it should be noted, I do holding breath rules, as you can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to your con modifier. A minimum
That is the
of
rules.
1. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense to me.
I
It's
Yeah,
important.
100%.
I think, yeah, okay.
I hold for
Yeah.
4. I can hold my breath for 4 rounds.
You have a
Wait,
con mod of plus
For
4.
1, sorry.
Yeah.
I have a saving throw plus 4. That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing because of my thing. But yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
just a minute.
Yeah. There's a difference between holding your breath and I desperately actually need to just not breathe for a while.
Yeah.
Like you can
There's
go an
panic
awful long
involved.
time without actually breathing, without losing consciousness. It's just really unpleasant. And I think it's sort of that's what we're talking about in extremis. That's I think where the rule comes in makes sense. Without wanting to go too deep into the weeds on it. So Helvig, yeah, you've been under the water for about 5 rounds, so 30 seconds.
Can I see it from down here? Is it like
no,
at the river?
it's murky unless you are quite shallow. If you're less than 3 feet of
God,
water,
no.
yeah.
I'm trying to get the water to do the hiding for me because I'm bad at hiding.
Okay. Yeah. You have. So have you been actively trying to, like, get yourself moving further down the river, or just letting it take you? Okay. Because you can move further.
Like by moving further down the river, did you mean like actually like along
the current
the
pushing
river?
you? Yeah.
Yes. Because I
Okay.
feel like I can just make my way back to everybody. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I just have to live. So
Yeah.
that's a priority.
Yeah.
They can deal with me being missing for like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah. Absolutely. Cool. So Helvig, you are probably about, I would say, if you're actively moving down the river, you're probably about 300 feet away from it. But laterally. Because the river is giving you a little boost in terms of movement speed.
Yeah, when I'm like, and when I can feel that like, oh shit, I probably should read now, I just like peek up and be like, is it gone? Is it watching? Am I far away enough away?
You peek up, your a few spines and your eyes just clear the after about 30 seconds. You can probably hear its thumping footsteps in the water. Like, water is a very good sound conductor. So you can hear it come to a stop and like, ooh, and peer up. And yeah, it's about 300 feet down the river, or up the river from you, looking across at the others on the far side.
I just like put my hands together and be like, bye, and then down into the.
I think I would have limped with them wherever we're headed, high ground,
Yep.
presumably, far away from them.
Well, that's the question. Where are you guys heading? Because there is a house on the far side of the river. You know from experience the river isn't super deep. The house is quite tall.
Does it still look like it's accosting them?
It
going
looks
to be
like it's aware of them, and it looks like it's gonna.
Water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I thought for some reason it wouldn't be able to cross.
That was the hope. It was a vain hope, I'm afraid.
What if I just
Fucking hell, let's just kill it then.
Fuck it. Fuck it, right? I'm
Spend
just gonna come out of
15
the water and be
years
like
running from it. Let's just fucking
submarine torpedoes, just be like
fuck this.
just into the sky and be like, just to tell people that I am one, A, alive, and B, maybe gonna distract the thing. I'm just gonna go on the river. You know what? I'm gonna follow the river. Let it put me in an adventure.
Can I, if it looks like it's following us anyway, can I just say that I double check that everything's good with Spare the Dying, find a place for Celinox to lie down, and help the others as best I can, as it's probably crossing the river or whatever.
Yeah,
We've got to deal with it.
House.
It's following us one way or another.
Yeah.
Is there forest? Is there like a tree line nearby?
Yeah.
Cool. I feel like. All right. Well, I'm just gonna.
There's also a
Drag Celinox
ring of
towards-
standing stones.
Oh.
Is it so magical? Would you gamble?
I'm looking for something that would cause an obstacle for a giant house. If there's like a thick forest, that's where I'm going. I'm getting to the place where the house can't go.
Muriel would have helped you out of the water and would say, I don't know if there is a safe place, but perhaps the tree line. Come, I help. And she helps you with
If it seems
Celinox.
like we can hide, let's hide. If
You can
not,
certainly
we'll-
keep pace with it. Once you get to the tree line, who knows? Helvig shoots an Eldritch Blast into the sky, and it
Just
turns
to be like, hey, I'm alive.
to look.
For everyone else.
But you duck down again almost immediately and continue to float. Is that your intent?
Yeah.
And it basically it's going to spend its turn to perceive you and see if it can, but it does not. So it turns back but it wastes its turn. Basically, you buy them a turn.
Yeah.
Let's just get to the forest maybe and just ambush it. I think it's gonna keep coming.
The house is large, right? As in, like,
Yes.
does it like rise above the
It is, I
canopy?
think, technically gargantuan. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I stay within 300 feet of it in case Trish probably gets reckless when she gets, pushed to the edge. It's like, I have to kill a house. Does it even count?
What
Would it
is
even
your
count?
swimming speed, Dan?
Terrible. Absolute dog shit.
You
I
are
do
you're
not have a swim
super
speed.
fast. I would say so. It's half your normal movement, isn't it? Technically.
Yeah. So
Okay.
10.
Right. So yeah, getting across the river is going to take you a little while. You're not super deep out into it, because you're wanting to go. You expressed that you wanted to go down, not across.
Yeah.
So crossing the river, it once it turns away from you, and the others are now very much beelining for the tree line.
I don't need to
Begins
cross the
to start
river.
crossing the river.
I just need to whatever it is that I need to do to still remain in 300 feet. I might regret it. I think I'm probably past 300 feet now from the river thing.
Yeah. If
But
you
yeah.
are using the river to help you cross, it'll take you. Well, the river is. Did I say it was 300 feet across? I think I did. So, yeah, the river is 300 feet. So
across.
it is. You are 15 turns of swimming to get across it.
Oh my god.
Whereas the house
It's
does not
fine.
appear impeded by it, and is moving at 60 feet around.
Unfair advantage of not being a creature.
Yeah.
Should we just stealth or something, gang? What are we doing?
It
That's a you question.
Yeah,
is.
no, I know what I wanted to do. I just
Esmeralda says,
want to do a
I
thing.
think I am tired of running. It will have movement difficulty in the trees. We get there, and then, as you say, ambush, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Muriel. And Muriel says, I am not a fighter, but I will protect your friend.
Please.
Thank you for freeing the birds.
Thank Helvik. When you see
Where
him,
is he?
he'll be around. He beats to his own drum.
So, Trish, you're a rogue.
That's the
So
thing to
what?
do.
Am I putting her down? Is that the
If
plan?
if you, Esmeralda would actually say, do you want to lay an ambush, strike it in the back, while we pull Celinox further?
Yes,
she
put
and
Celinox down.
she and Muriel can continue pulling Celinox. If you want to hide yourself somewhere, ambush it.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. What do I need to know about this house?
It will
Also,
be
Trish, you have 10 temporary hit points.
Oh,
it will be tough. It is probably magical. I wouldn't bother certain kinds of magic, for example, poison.
okay.
It is probably immune to psychic as well because it doesn't really have a brain.
That's fine. It's made of wood. I've got fire. Let's do this.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think, chaps and chapesses, we will have a short little breaklet at that point, and go and see how long it takes you to beat down a house. Yes, we will go for a short break. Thank you very much for joining us, chat. It's been lovely having you so far. Don't tell Helvig you had chicken. Yes, we'll be back very shortly in 5 to 10 minutes. So, guys, say goodbye, everybody. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Vast and ahoy, mateys. We'll be back for a little bit more combat. And I'm actually going to transfer us over to a maplet. Unfortunately, I suspected that you might go into a forest. So let's put up a combat map.
Look at you, baby.
So feel free to dump yourselves on the map.
Do you want Do you want me on the map as well, or?
Yeah, if you could put yourself, and then I'll
Fuck, this is funny.
position you where you are.
I'm not. The map is definitely not 300
it's
feet, so I'm
so
just. off
Helvig,
the
you
map
are
being
not
like,
on the map. You are not on the map yet.
How do
will
I put
never be
myself
on
on
the
the
Yeah,
map?
I don't actually know how to put myself on the map
Okay,
either.
I apologize. I'll just do it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So let's have a Trish. Let's have a.
Oh, that's wicked little.
I wish I had the moving house.
I'm gonna put Helvig
On
up in the top
legs.
corner. He's just up there, minding his own business.
Yep.
Things annoying.
Celinox is unconscious at the foot of a tree. Also have an Esmeralda de Venier. And Muriel is standing next to Celinox. So Trish, you can be hiding behind it as well if you want.
I think I'm gonna get my butt around here, sort of in this tree cover, hoping it'll go past me.
It definitely will. And Esmeralda is actually going to do something similar, but on the far side. Smoothie, you have a little while to prepare yourselves. You have 2 rounds worth of actions to do stuff if you want to do stuff.
How hurt are you, Trish?
Not that hurt. Oh, I could use a little healing if you've got it, but
I think under the circumstances, we should definitely top ourselves up. So
Cool.
have a first level cure wounds. 12 puts back to you.
thank you very much.
So just I know that I'm in a coma, but why am I in the center? That's where someone chose to hide me.
I think
Well,
you've been
there,
dragged
probably.
away from this battlefield, presumably.
Yeah.
I would have been like, can I be over here?
Like far away. That would be ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
All right,
You're
yeah,
actually the
you are there.
raid.
Okay. And I will. Do I want to do one on myself? Probably. Okay. Last of my first levels. No. I'll do a second level on myself. I think I need it. Because if I go down, shit goes wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
12.
Don't die. Esmeralda would remind everybody that Celinox determined that it was very durable and had quite a lot of
Right, hard
armor,
to
sort
hit.
of natural armor. Mechanically it had 263 hit points. It has, however, lost 13. And
We are
Uh,
so fucked.
How durable do those legs look, though? Are they like thick tree trunks, or they get
you're talking an AC of 16.
okay?
Um,
I'm gonna
And-
hold fairy fire for when I see it.
Nice. Esmeralda is going to hold. She can't do curse or evil eye because that has to be on a creature. So she is going to hold a.
Houses, man.
What do you reckon? Lightning bolt?
I don't know what the options are, so sure.
well-
It's like
So, yeah,
lightning bolt or
She has lightning bolt. She also has clairvoyance, magic circle, greater invisibility, minor illusion. Mirror image, dark vision, knock, magic missile, shield, protection from evil and good.
if she casts greater, if she's able to cast greater invisibility, do it on Trish because she'll have advantage on strikes then.
Then Esmeralda, will touch Trish on the shoulder before you go and hide, and you turn invisible.
But it only lasts for a minute, so she
it only
might wanna
lasts
hold
for a
it
minute,
for,
but
for
yeah.
the combat.
Yeah. And then she prepares a magic missile.
magic missile.
A second level magic missile as soon as the thing gets into range. Yeah. Very well. So Helvig, I will say that you are going to expedite your arrival. You will arrive at turn 5 of the combat.
Like on the
and-
board.
Yeah, you will get
I can
to
start
where
firing,
you
like, way
physically
before.
are. Well, sorry, you will get to within
Firing range.
firing range in 5
At
rounds.
5. Yep.
And Well, the trick
I am
is, because it's a relatively dense forest and you ain't flying, that your firing range and being within actual sort of being on the board aren't going to be much later. But
You
yeah,
said it kind of like rose above
it
the
does
canopy.
stick up a little bit above the canopy, but you don't.
Ugh.
Because you're going to be on the ground. But yeah, in 5 rounds you will be
I'm
able
just
to draw a bead
gonna
on
make
it.
some tea.
Or why is being metal? Alrighty, so let's do this.
Slight
to go
change
to the
if greater
gym.
invisibility is happening. We'll save Fairy Fire because I've only got 2 slots left. I'm gonna just do a Sacred Flame.
Very well. And in which case we will wipe out
Cast,
Esmeralda's 4th level spell slot.
And also, I'm gonna cast. I'll cast Spiritual Weapon with my held action. That makes more sense.
Nice, like it. Alrighty. Let's roll for initiative. House.
Sorry. One more thing. I have
Oh.
Vigilant Blessing. I will cast it
I mean,
on
that's fair.
myself because Trish has already rolled it. Sounds like so.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20, which means my initiative is 27.
Trish gets a 27. I think Trish might be going first.
I think so too.
No.
Celinox, can you roll for me as well?
13.
You will be... There will be stuff.
Oh,
Smoothie.
13. And
13.
trauma.
And so much trauma. Helvig, do you want to just keep that... no, roll for me, please.
I did.
Oh, sorry, what did you get? Bear in mind, I cannot see
It's
the
a
rolls. They're not
4.
coming up. 4. Helvig got a 4. That's cool. The house got a 16. And Esmeralda got a 17 plus some. Plus 4. 21 for Esmeralda.
I got 15.
And Celinox got a 15. Thank you very much, Celinox. So you go after the house. But before Smoothie. So, Trish. You have a held action. And Esmeralda's held action is basically waiting for Trish to make her move.
Right.
So, Trish, this is a surprise round. Smoothie would also... You all get a surprise round before the combat begins, but because you roll the highest, you go first. What do you do?
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna think about how fucking terrifying it was when Celinox was a zombie and we didn't know if she was going to be able to be brought back and how fucked up that was. And I'm going to channel that fear into a barbarian rage.
Very well.
And then what I'm going to do is I want to run under the house and I want to slash at its back legs specifically.
Love it. This is
That's
a
what I'm
held
doing.
action, so you can't rage before doing it. But you can definitely make the attack.
Yes.
Love the way you're doing the attack. That's very cool. So, make me that attack. You can enter a
Alright.
rage on your next round.
That's fair enough.
You are invisible as well, so you gain advantage on the attack.
Oh, excellent. Good. All right. Ambulance.
Sorry about all that stuff on. You feel free
Nobody-
to delete it, Josh. I'm just
Yeah, it's
trying to
alright.
make a spiritual weapon equivalent.
17.
Excellent. A 17 to hit does. Or 17
Alright.
damage. No, 17 to hit?
17 to hit.
Yep, does
And
hit.
damage.
That's
Sneak
my-
damage.
Sneak damage.
Excellent.
Roll
And
me
then
that
as I keep
damage.
running.
I can't see the numbers, so you have to say them.
Oh, sorry. 8 and 5.
8 and 5. So a total of 13 damage, plus your... What about your sneak damage?
That was 5.
Wow, okay. Rolled very
Yeah,
low.
not the best damage.
Alrighty.
But as I keep running, I'm going to go the other back leg. I'm going to offhand dagger. Stick it
This
in
is
there.
a held action. Held action. You get one
Oh.
thing.
Fair enough.
One thing.
All right, so I swipe and then I keep running to the other clump of trees across from it.
All right.
Just
You are behind it. You are, yeah. Again, held action. You do one thing, not move, and that's for
Okay.
flavor.
I'm
you
very
would-
confused by
you
what held
attacked it.
actions up. That's
Okay.
fine.
You
I
did
hit its
13
leg.
damage. You did. It's
Did it.
really, this is just that initial strike that initiates combat.
Fair enough.
This will be your next round to run around behind it and stab it a whole bunch. That's totally fine. So you have done a total of 26 damage to it now. Right. Next in the order for attacking it is Esmeralda. She's unleashing a, let's say, a magic missile. Straight up level 1 magic missile. She doesn't have an infinite supply. It's 3d4s plus 4? Magic missile?
That sounds...
Same as number of bolts. How many? What level?
Yeah,
is
so
it
first level
first?
3 to 4
3d3
plus 3 then.
Yeah.
3d4 plus 3 each time, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So that is 2 1s and a 4, so 6 plus 9 is 15 points of damage.
Oh, at first? No, it's just
Yeah.
3d4 plus 3.
Yeah, so
Each bolt is
you-
1d4 plus 1.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes, I apologize. Yeah. So it's
as much
all
as
up
we'd
is
like to
12.
have that extra damage. Yeah.
12.
No.
Okay. And what was Smoothie going to do?
Well, I'm not within 20 feet of it, but if I would have heard it, then I would have passed and attacked with spiritual weapon.
Yep, sure.
So I'll get within 60 feet of it, which would be like there-ish. It's not centering on the squares. It's really bugging me.
No, yeah, the
but-
grid is on the map, not the... It's on the picture, not the map itself.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
surprise means advantage, right? In this
Yes.
case. Right. Stand by.
Hello, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck you. 10. Nah. Two
No hits,
two
I'm afraid.
twos.
Oof,
Yeah, that's
rough.
fine.
Alrighty, and then we go to turn order. Trish, do you enter a barbarian rage, run around behind it, and stab it a whole bunch?
I sure do. That's exactly what I do, Josh.
Who'd have thought?
All right.
You can only stab it the
Epaulets.
once because you're barbarian raging, but yes.
Oh, fair enough. So one stab. I'm
Yep.
going for the exact same spot I hit before.
Yep, love it.
And I'm glad I have advantage. That's a bit better. 25
Hits.
damage. All right, that is
Damn.
8. And then sneak is 14. 8 and 14. That's a bit better.
22.
I zoned out for a
Trish.
second. Rach, were you rolling at advantage with your
Yes.
invisibility
Yeah.
here? Cool.
Yes.
Sorry. I was zoning out.
And have you added the rage as well? So that's another 2?
And that's another 2. Yes, rage
24.
plus 2. Yes.
So Trish, you managed to use the long blade of your lance to lop off the bottom 3 feet of one of its back legs.
Hell yes.
Crippling it, not really, but like mechanically affecting its ability to move a bit.
Good.
And then you dash around behind it, sort of curving up behind.
Yes.
Then we go to... It's Esmeralda, if I recall. Yes, Esmeralda. Esmeralda is very badly hurt and doesn't want to close with this thing. She is acutely aware of how badly she could get fucked up by it. So she is going to magic missile again, I think. That's sort of her go-to. And she's got a couple left, so she's going to do that. A 4, a 3, and a 2 isn't bad. So 9 plus... Yeah, that's 12 points of damage to it. Nicely done. Nicely done. And then it's... Smoothie. Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
No, the house would go before me, didn't it? 16?
Celinox, no. Not this time.
No, not
Oh, the
so-
house
the
does
house.
go before you. You are correct. The house... the house has blind sight.
Mm-hmm.
So it can see invisible things.
Well.
So it is going to charge towards the person who just heard it the most. And it's
Okay.
going to attack Trish. A lot.
Fine.
Look, this is what you wanted. You want the toughest person in your party with the most HP to be copping these. Pretty sure they all hit.
Don't worry, Rach. If you kill it, oh wait,
It's not sentient.
I know that was the joke.
Fucking house.
That was the joke. Yep.
All right. Well,
So,
whatever's first, I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
I'm going to strongly advise you to not dodge the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, don't dodge the first one. The first one's really low.
Okay.
The first one is a grand total of 9 on the dice, so 17. Halved, because you're raging.
Okay. 17 halved.
Yeah, so 8.
8.
The second one, I'd dodge this one.
Okay.
Because that's 19, 27.
And then half that.
And then you quarter it. So you half that to 13, and then you half that to 6. Which is a very good half.
Oh boy.
And then the third one has got 3 attacks. It does have 3. Yeah. The third one is a lot. The third one is 2 8s, a 6, and a 5. So 16, 24. Math is hard. 22, 27.
27 damage. Okay. Fine.
Halved.
So half of 27. Okay.
Half of 27, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh no, sorry. It's plus 8. So half of 35, which is 16. No, 17.
17. I take
Yes.
17.
Yeah. I
Okay.
apologize. Yeah.
Okay.
That's its
Reassessing
turn.
my strategy is fine. We're okay.
It did very well on its attack rolls.
Hey.
You know what? Alright. Take off that last one.
Oh.
It should have disadvantage because of your invisibility. It still can't actually see you, but it knows where you are.
Okay. What was that last one?
That was
That
the
was
17.
That was the 17. Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm overpowering it because blind sight, but you are invisible. Would you agree, Jack?
No, but that's your call.
No, but I'll take whatever grace you are willing
All right, no,
You-
sorry,
you-
Rach.
If you want to fuck me up, fuck me up. It's,
I'm gonna
just
fuck you
do
up.
it.
All right,
No,
17.
I have a potential solution anyway on my turn.
Okay,
So
there you go.
yeah.
All right.
Do what you gotta do, man.
I did what I did. Smoothie, it's your
Tried to be a merciful god and threw it back in his face.
turn.
Just
I am a
what he
DM at the end of the day. Josh
Jack
asked for
was
my
making
honest
a face,
opinion.
and I'm just like, no, yeah. I was
It's
being
blindsight. That's
nice. I was
literally the
being too
point of
nice.
blindsight.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, spiritual weapon. And we're going to roll because that's how it works.
Celinox does
gonna
her best
roll.
work,
I
right?
missed again. And then I'm going to
It is
use. Does that count for ranged stuff?
Well, it's making a melee attack.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm not going to disagree. I'm just asking.
I would say because Trish is on its other side. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's also
why
a
not?
huge thing. It's really hard to miss.
Yeah, that's fair. So that's a 22.
Does?
That's 6 points of radiant. And then I'm going to use Thaumaturgy to do the same thing before and make vibrations around it so that it can't tell where Trish is and
That's
give it
very
disadvantage
good.
on its attacks.
That is very good. So effectively giving the... Yeah, no, I love it. I love that. So yeah, it will now have disadvantage on the attack roll.
I'll need to be
because it
within
can't-
30 feet of it, to be
Yeah.
fair. But let me just get close enough to do that. But yeah, that's what I'll do.
Love it. Love everything about it. That's very, very clever. Helvig, you make your way closer.
I'm
we
gonna
go-
try to see. I'm gonna fire an Eldritch Blast and see if I can arc down. No, if I hit somebody, it's probably the canopy.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I'll try and like artillery barrage. My aim's gonna be like absolute garbage. I don't do parabola
What
math,
is...
but I'm
Yeah,
like,
alright.
eh.
Basically roll it. If you get a nat 20, I will allow you a normal hit.
Okay. Wait, just like a d20.
just to make the attack with a. If you manage to get a nat 20 on the attack roll, I'll give you a normal hit because a lot of the strength is lost from the range. It's just like you're like 600 feet away.
No, I'm just trying it out to see if I could, because I think there's shit happening with the tree being like, nah. With the
Trish
house.
does not attack quietly, I don't think. There's a
I'm
yeah!
trying to be stealthy.
Oh, okay, valid.
Rein it in.
In which case, Esmeralda definitely has been going, yeah! Because that's her whole thing.
From like 300 plus feet away.
In
I'm
fact, she
gonna
would have definitely backed up a bit.
I'm gonna keep swimming then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that once and be like, probably a bad idea if I hit like Smoothie or something on accident.
Yeah, you don't. All right. Cool. In which case, we go back to the top of the order. It's Trish.
All right. It's got like 4 legs on each side. That's like the configuration. All right,
Pretty
I'm
much,
going for
yeah.
the one next to the one I crippled.
Ah, so the 2 back legs.
Yeah, the 2 back legs on one side. I'm trying to like topple it.
Well, then
is
you
what
need
I'm
to be on the
thinking.
other side of it. But yes.
So I'm gonna run underneath it again.
Ah, I like it.
Yep, and I'm gonna hit it with my lance. Boom.
You have advantage.
It's all right. I got a 27.
Nice. Very nice.
Excellent. And then 10 plus sneak is 17.
17. Very
And on
nice.
this-
You can do bonus action.
Hell yeah. Same leg, same spot. Offhand dagger. Give it a good stab. I want to see some sap, baby.
I don't know why my brain was like, same leg, same spot, same bad time channel.
21.
21 hits.
Excellent.
We're
That is
gonna bring justice to the house.
7. 7.
No, 7.
I
Alrighty.
don't get sneak. Yeah,
No,
7.
you do not.
And I
pretty
keep running
good.
past it.
You do.
But
And
yeah.
very well. And then it's Esmeralda's turn, and Esmeralda, now that there is no one directly in threat with it, let us just check lightning.
Boat.
Lightning bolt, yes.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
An oldie but a
Can I
goodie.
say 5e, please? Because I do not know these spells off by heart. 100 feet long, 5 feet wide, 8d6 lightning damage on a failed dex save. That's probably a fail. It's a 3 on the dice. So yeah, she is going to and focus, and this cackling. It is a soft blue cackling lightning forms between her hands, very, very Goku, as she sort of holds her hands in this ball together. She almost beatific actually in her face. Her face is kind of calm, and static starts arcing off her fingertips, and then this ball sort of grows in the center of her hands, and she just doosh out in front of her, and 8d6s.
Whew.
A lot.
Yeah, they're fighting.
That is 8, 12 so far. 28 points of lightning damage to this treehouse. 28. Not bad. And she sort of shakes her fingers like, ha, whoo, ah. Like she's got like electric.
Burns a little bit.
Like it sparks off her claws.
Yeah, static
yeah.
shock.
And yeah, it cops a good hit from that, and then it is the house's turn, and the house is going to. Oof. House didn't like that. The house is going to,
Yes.
and yeah, the house
Kill
is going
Esmeralda.
to move over to Esmeralda and make a couple. Well, make an
Would she
attack
have
roll.
moved? To be fair, would she have backed off after her turn? Probably.
She may well actually, yeah. She
Yeah,
probably
I
would
mean,
have
she's
backed
not
off
stupid.
first. Yeah, the house would then rush towards her using its movement to do so. Thank you very much, Jack. Catch.
Trish.
It
make
has-
sure-
I am both.
Steal.
I can be cruel. I can be.
I could be
I
cruel,
can be
I could
kind.
be calm, I could be. Yep.
Let's go. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Make
Yep.
sure you
Very
kill
good.
steal the house so you don't have to deal with the 3-day time limit.
Totally.
Yes, kill Esmeralda. It's fine.
She had a good run.
Yeah, she had a good dash just now. All right, that's the house's turn. Celinox.
Oh God.
Celinox. Something happens to you as well. Celinox, you're sort of. They've propped you up against a tree. And there is a small Corvan woman standing about 15 feet ahead of you, like about 10 feet near you, but she's watching you, but she's clearly not a fighter, and doesn't like she'll if this she's actually just sort of stunned by the violence this house is putting down, and for the last moments the world has been a bit of a blur for you. You can see your comrades fighting a large creature but can't make out much about it. Your injuries from the fight seem to fade away with the sounds of combat. And then you hear this. Hello, my dear. My apologies for neglecting you. And sitting beside you, somewhat incongruously on a tartan picnic blanket, observing the scene and dressed in a 3-piece red suit with a black tie, is Strahd. You are fully capable of speech in this realm. You can move a little bit. You find yourself... It's almost like you step out of your body, and a glowing silvery version of yourself stands next to yourself.
That's fucked.
You
Well,
are dying. Your friends, they try to save you. They may even succeed. But right now, you are in the place between life and death. This is a place I know well.
Of course you do.
Would you like some help? I owe you. You have done me a great service.
I haven't done anything for you. What the fuck are you talking about?
You slew the Baba.
Your mum?
No, not my mother. That creature had delusions of grandeur. She was not. My mother was a queen. What she thought for herself, she had ideas above her station. She taught me what I needed to know. Nothing more.
Peels.
Well, that's fucking cold.
Given what she did to me, you would not know. You think I am this way because of all my own choices.
Well, I mean, the choices I've heard about are not great, mate.
No. I made bad choices. I must now live with them. But I am offering to help you not have to live with yours, or at least maybe live with yours. I can help. Help get you back on your feet. Maybe save your friends. The house is empowered by a very nasty piece of magic.
You say you have to live with your bad choices. Isn't that house one of them? Could do
Not
something
my
about
choice. The house intends me no harm, but it will kill your friends.
That. Yeah, well, the house is there because of your misguided, not mother.
Which is why I'm offering to help you with it. I can bring you back. Make you strong. No curse, no... I will not bite you. Not now, anyway,
Yeah,
unless you
fucking
ask of
oath
it.
you won't.
I simply cannot, actually. I am not here. But I can share a small token of my power with you. Enough to get you back in the game. Help you fight, save your friends.
Give me one reason why I'd trust you to do something like that. What the fuck? Shit like that comes with a price, mate.
The price has already been paid. You killed the Baba. I owe you now. This is the offer I am offering. You do not have to accept. I'm sure your friends will find another way to revive you if they survive this.
They will survive it.
I'm sure they will.
What, and if I turn you down, you're just going to sit here and watch if they all die?
No, I will probably go and have dinner.
Yeah, because you're a real stand-up kind of guy.
I'm not here. I can't actually physically intervene my own self.
You just said you can intervene.
I can
You reckon
intervene.
you can bring me...
I can intervene through you. Yes, that's the offer I am making.
So what's the actual offer? You said you could bring me back. How? What's the spell?
It's not a spell. I can gift you a small token of my own power. Nothing permanent. If you want, you can give it back. It is not a curse. It comes with no price. In this place, I cannot lie to you. And I don't have any desire to. I admire you, Celinox. I find you interesting. You and your friends are powerful.
I can give it back.
If at
What do you
some
mean?
point you choose to. The health,
Mate,
the strength I give you, you can return it.
I've seen people who you've given strength to. Mindless.
That is different. They are servants. I do not wish this of you. I will not bite you. I can't. I'm not physically here. That is how I make them.
Can I roll a insight? To
You certainly
see-
can.
Thank you. 13. To say, I want to say, like, he's saying he can't lie. I don't know that anyone has said anything to me about that.
You can... A 13 to determine whether or not he is, in fact, trying to deceive you, about whether or not he can, in fact, try to deceive you. A 13, he does not appear... He does not appear to be being dishonest. Celinox, I think you're worldly enough to have met people who know that the truth is sometimes a far more powerful weapon than a lie. He says he can see your analysis of him, and he turns fully to look at you. He's been sort of observing the battle, which is moving very much in slow motion around you. He says, I had it in my head just a minute ago. Fuck. What was he gonna say?
I give up, you win.
Oh, this is really frustrating. I just came up with what he was going to say. Damn it. ADHD brain. Please. What sparked it? What sparked the thought?
Truth.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
looking at you.
Yeah. You don't believe me.
Well,
You have
yeah,
no
but-
reason to. I won't. Do you know how one becomes like me? The sharing of a bite. The first step, I bite them. I drink their blood. And in doing so, I pass them a small amount of my power, much as I am offering to do. But the difference is, I take something in return. I am offering to take nothing from you and give you the same. The taking is what gives me the power over them. I do not seek this of you. I am not
What?
looking for another pawn. I am looking for an equal.
And this strength, what does that look like for me?
The strength to stand back up, breathe the free air again, and avenge yourself upon the house. You will become stronger, faster. I cannot actually guarantee exactly what will happen. It affects everyone a little differently. You will probably gain a better ability to see in the dark.
I already see quite well in dark, thanks.
Better. I know how Strigg see. I see colors in the black. It is as daylight to me.
Celinox looks out at the battle. Can I see where people are at in
Yep.
terms of
You can actually even see Trish. Her movements are blurry and her form is shifting, but you can see her. You can sense in the distance Helvig's approach, and you can see Smoothie hiding behind a tree. You are aware of Muriel. You merely adopted the dark. You are Esmeralda is trying to hide herself behind a tree as this house approaches her. Trish is looking a bit beat up, but she's still on her feet. Smoothie looks... Actually, Smoothie, can you describe what Smoothie looks like to Celinox in this moment? Like, how is Smoothie looking in this fight at this point?
He is concentrating, and in slow motion you can see him making big shock waves of sound to distract the house as it charges towards Esmeralda. And based on where Celinox's body is, he's making sure it's pointing directly away from her as well.
Nice. What does Trish look like at this point?
She's a little rattled because that was a great big hit, but she's pissed. She's having a bad day. She's got like a determined, if a little tired look on her face, staring straight at this house.
Yeah. And you can hear more than see a determined sort of clanking.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
What I do?
And there's a dripping as well. But you're under no obligation. If you don't mind, I will continue to stay unless you don't want me to. I can't leave.
Sure. Stay. Watch them take care of it. They got this.
Very well. We go back into turn order then. And
There's sports bet.
You
on,
got
like,
this.
The Borderland realm.
Odds are not great.
That's the ticket.
The winnings, the winnings.
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Well, the
Um,
underdogs there.
So, Smoothie, it's your turn.
Okay, second verse, same as the first. Unfortunately, I can't get the spiritual weapon close enough, but I've got to give it I've got to keep the disadvantage going. So that's my turn, and I move around the tree.
The wobs.
Very well.
Yeah, so I can't remember exactly where it was. 20
Helvig,
feet
you move
is
another
that far.
50 feet closer.
Oh yeah,
Um,
there's a montage
I'm all
happening
alone.
of the scenery. Just be like,
It's Monty Python's Holy Grail, and it's that knight just charging towards the castle again and again, but it starts at the same point. It's just the same piece of footage.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the top of the order. It's Trish, and that is the second round. So Helvig, you've got 3 more until you're there.
yup.
I just measured it, and I'm just close enough to get there.
Hey!
You are so
Hey.
ballsy. Holy shit.
She's
Why not?
speedy, man. She
Barbarian.
is
Do it.
speedy.
Mac
It's
it.
not that it's just you've got courage. I wouldn't have. Continue.
Got
Yeah,
hit points you don't
Go
have
with that.
either, so...
that's true.
This is true. All right, I'm going for the same leg I was trying to cripple before.
Sure.
Ember Lance, let's go.
Do it.
Yeah, let's
Got a
do it.
strategy, and I'm sticking with it. All right, I've got advantage still, so I'm gonna roll that again. Oh, that's terrible. That's right, 18.
Does.
Perfect. Damage. 13. And... Oh, 15 sneak. That's pretty solid.
That is very good. Yeah, you take off that other leg.
Yeah.
It's almost like a lumberjack action, I think. It's very sort of workman-like. I'm just hacking away at this. Yeah.
Excellent. So,
Just
so we know, if
early.
these are the
There are
legs.
2.
I'm taking these 2 out, so it's got
Yeah.
2 on one side
Yeah.
gone. I'm going for the third on the other, on the
You
same
are
side.
definitely, it is definitely now slowed. It has
Good.
lost 5 feet of movement.
Good. Hell yeah. Offhand dagger. Going for the next leg on the side. Roll that again. 16?
Does. That is
Yes.
the number you needed. That is the exact AC.
Thank you for the advantage, Jack.
Actually,
8
it's
damage.
Esmeralda, thank you very much.
Okay, thank
that's
you.
my idea.
Esmeralda made you invisible. Yeah.
I'll
Thank
take
you,
the credit.
magic people. It makes
Or
me
how
better at
much?
stabbing.
How much?
8 damage.
8 damage. Hey,
And
alright.
that was all my movement, so
That's
I'm
it.
staying there. Get me, house.
Esmeralda is not staying there.
No.
Fair.
Should she?
Esmeralda is going to use her action to disengage. And she sort of looks at you and says, I'm sorry, I cannot stand in this thing's way.
Do what you gotta do.
And she rushes over to Celinox and casts No, she's not going to rush over to Celinox. She is going to just loop around. She doesn't want to stand near Celinox and sort of lure it to you. So-
That's what
and
my
then
thought was. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh no.
and she's going to firebolt it because she is out of first level spell slots. So she is going to
How does she do that? Does she have a bonus action fireball?
firebolt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Does-
you're right. I apologize. No, that's
she's
it.
using her action,
She simply
then all
cannot.
she can do-
Yeah, that's all she does.
One cannot.
She also missed. So
Well, there you go. Meant to be.
There we go. In which case, it is the house's turn, and the house is going to. It does watch her go, unfortunately, and it is going to stagger towards her and make an
Damn.
attack against her because she shot it with a lightning bolt and it didn't like it.
I can't believe a house can
at
be this
disadvantage.
spiteful.
That is
Cowardly
true.
house.
Yeah.
Um,
No honor.
Dishonor on your house.
Dishonor on your house. Dishonor on your
Plague.
cages of
Plague.
birds. A 21 to hit does, in fact, hit Esmeralda de Venier. Unless she uses a second level spell slot to cast shield, which she does. So it's going to attack her again. This time, there's no way a shield can stop it.
Even at
got
disadvantage? Fuck.
26 at disadvantage, a pair of 14s.
Oh. Okay.
So, this much. Oof. 18, 26 points of damage. She's unconscious.
Yeah.
Esmeralda!
Esmeralda is out, and then it turns on Trish. And it disadvantage attack. Oh, a 15 and a 16. Plus 12.
Oh.
No.
You can't open with that. You gotta give me the full number. Give my hopes up.
No, I said it oof like a oof. So roll some. I'm having fun with these big numbers.
My disadvantage is not helping. I think I've got to do damage next time. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so Trish is going to uncanny dodge this one, which is probably for the best. That is 29 points of damage, which you half to 14 and then half further to 7.
Okay. All right.
Stupid fucking
Cool.
rage. How you looking, Trish?
I got 28. I'm on 28 hit points.
Okay, all right.
And Esmeralda is unconscious. And that's it, and it's Celinox. Hey, Celinox. So this is all just played out, and Strahd goes, bold of your being friend there to not just run, but brave. Oh, your lumberjack friend is doing very well.
Yeah, cheers. You know, used to the type who don't run away. Get used to it.
He would look at you and say, "You're not running away either. Sitting here, waiting."
Yeah, you're sitting next to my fucking body, mate. You might want to show up once in a while when I'm not. Like last time you showed up, I was tied to a fucking bed.
It's not really my thing, but the abbot did what the abbot did.
Yeah, the abbot and the Baba, everyone else. And then you show up and reap the fucking I can't punch you in the face benefits.
Oh, you can punch me in the face. We're both in our astral forms.
That's real tempting. Let's see how this goes, and then I'll think about the punch for later.
Very well. Yeah, we go back, and it's Smoothie.
How hurt is it looking?
Pretty badly damaged. It's lost 2 of its legs. Like it's limping.
Here's a question. How thick do these trees look?
They're pretty chunky boys. Each limb is probably 3 feet thick. Like, it takes several blows from Trish's attacks to get through.
Right.
We're just sort of saying that it's, like, it's not one big hit, it's loads of little ones that she's dishing out.
No, sorry, I'm talking about the tree next to it.
Oh! Normal size, but say a pine tree, about 1.5 feet.
So if it fell, would it look like it would do anything? Would that be advantageous to me?
Could be. Could certainly try.
Okay. Let's
There would be a damage minimum, basically. If you can do enough damage to topple the tree.
I'll try Sacred Flame against it, and it's a tree, so it can't dodge. So, I mean, if that seems
sure.
suitable to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Monsters and Mayhem is raiding. Thank you very much, Monsters and Mayhem. Laura Borealis, Nora Kato. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. We are fighting Baba Lysagas' creeping hut.
We have 11 damage so far.
11 damage on the tree.
Yes.
And Sacred Flame, yours is Monsters
Dexterity
and Mayhem.
Save.
Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, you bloody champions. Yes, we are mid-combat, and except for Celinox. Celinox is having a nice little picnic on a little grassy knoll, sitting there with a charming gentleman in a red suit, while the rest of these guys battle a giant tree.
I need like one of those like
thing.
big bias alerts, like don't listen to Josh.
Is it falling, or should I do spiritual weapon
So
as
you've
well?
done 11 damage to it. Yeah, and Sacred Flame is radiant damage, yes?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
So would be the.
Yeah, I think, you've definitely scorched the side of the trunk, but you're going to have to hit it with the Sacred Blade as well.
Okay. All right. Let's do that then.
But you reckon you've definitely damaged it enough? Like, coming down a tree is not an easy proposition.
Okay. I mean, it basically what I'm asking is, does it look like if I hit it with my spiritual weapon, which is 1d8 plus 4 damage, is it gonna fall if I roll well enough?
Yes.
Okay. That's a 27 to hit.
Oh, does. Absolutely does. Yeah.
And it does 11 damage.
Yes. So, Jack, I'm going to give you Monsters and Raidham. Can you roll me some d6s in chat from a tree falling on this house? Esmeralda is right at the base of the tree and unconscious.
I would have definitely aimed it.
Oh, no, I know. But it's falling
no.
next to her. Okay, aiming the way you chop a tree down is extremely difficult. You're not going to hit her, but, like, just for your own knowledge, it's real hard to knock down a pine tree and do it in a very specific direction.
Couldn't I push it with the spiritual weapon, though, as I've chopped it down? Couldn't I just guide it?
Again, it's a tree. The spiritual weapon is like capable of hurting people, not guiding something that weighs a ton.
Sure.
So we got some d6s in chat. I'm going to need 3. Tony gave me a 4. Thank you very much, Tony. Monsters of Mayhem, Norakato, Laura Borealis, if you want to throw up some exclamation mark roll space 6s, I will take 1 from each of you as well. We will do 46 worth of damage from this tree falling on this house.
Okay.
This is a really good idea. I'm gonna say Esmeralda was to the side of it, so yeah.
Let's hope. Yeah.
Nora Kaida got a 2, thank you very much. So that's another 2 points of damage. We just need 2 more from chat. Whoever's there, we'd love to see what you get. Anything further, Smoothie?
No, that's my entire turn. I would use my turn to then get back behind cover. No, that's
Very
my
well.
turn.
Good idea.
So what was the total damage, sorry, that I did?
Total damage, well, we're finding out.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to roll a couple more, Jack?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
we will use your 2d6s, please. Got 6 so far.
It's another 7.
Another 7. So 13 damage. Pretty good.
Okay.
Math is difficult. Very nice.
Okay.
Timber! Yes. Advantage to the first player who yells Timber. No. It was me anyway.
You're
So-
not a player, hacks.
There you are. All right. Then it is Helvig. You get another 50 feet closer. You're 2 turns. 2 turns until Helvig
Let's
can
go.
make an impact on
Let's
this.
go.
Very well.
I think about how Nevermore is probably like complaining if he was here on how like rancid the swamp is.
Sorry, Josh, can I quickly change something, because it's what Smoothie would have done. He would have moved 10 feet, and then he would have used the rest of his movement to get as close to Esmeralda as he can.
Sure. So going back the other
Yeah,
way.
but he's flying above the ground, to be clear.
Sure.
Yeah.
How high up is he? Is he like
5
at ground
feet.
level? Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So Helvig is running along, and he has a sort of a phantom and Nevermore running along beside him, going, "Oh, it's so disgusting. Oh, Helvig, why are we all covered in muck? Oh, it's all up in my feathers.
It's the worst.
Yeah,
I have to
it helps me
prestidigitate
run
myself
faster
clean.
to try
Come
and
back to
outrun.
don't run away from me. Where's Trish? Speaking of where's Trish, it's your turn.
Trish is gonna keep on her lumberjack strategy and go for this third leg.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that. The house is sort of stuck a little bit under this tree. And I'm going to say it's actually going to have to use one of its actions, one of its attacks.
Well, I got a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
So, boom. Oh, that's not great. 8 and 8.
16.
Alrighty.
Better than a kick in the mouth.
No,
Offhand
not bad.
dagger.
Offhand daggery do.
18.
Does.
9.
9.
Right. And then, very aware that this thing is close to my 2 unconscious friends, I am going to move over here, and as I do, I say, "This way, you stupid house!"
Interesting. Yeah. Valid.
That is my turn.
Just doing some math, sorry.
All good?
The house is going to lumber towards you. It's going to free itself with one of its attacks. And it's going to lumber towards you, Trish. And then it's going to pick up the same branch. Like one of its it sort of forces it uses 2 of its legs on one side to force this tree off itself, and then sort of uses 3 of them, 1 in the middle underneath and 2 on top, to sort of snap it in half. And there's this creaking as this pine tree snaps, and then 2 of the legs eat the top half of the tree at you.
Does the forest get in the way of this throw at all?
No. It does, but it's making the attack roll quite difficult. However, a 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it.
It's not as big damage though. This one is only 3d8 plus 8.
Sure.
None of it's none of it's 40, 10 plus 8.
Who's
is
counting?
what it does in its melee attacks.
Yeah.
So Trish, that is a
I got hit
15
by that
plus
shit in the
8,
sky.
23 points
And I'm
of
gonna...
that you can uncanny dodge. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, you get it down to 6.
Alright, so take 6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I'm not down yet. I'm a bit bruised, but
Esmeralda is unconscious and therefore will be making a death save. I will roll it now. Nat 20. My first of the fight.
She gets her fucking turn back, yo!
I'm gonna say she's on the ground. She's got 1 hit point. And she sort of spits. And
Yeah.
the house gets away from her. She's gonna just lie there for a minute and just get her breath back.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
What a move.
Smoothie.
I mean, if that's in character, that's fine. But she does technically get her entire turn back with a nat 20.
This is just.
Oh, sure.
She is
That's just flavor. Cool.
Yeah.
It's just, could have used it. All right.
She doesn't want to make it aware that she's awake.
Okay. All right.
So I have 1 hit point left, and no one rezzed me, so
Sure.
I don't think there's much magic left in the party. I'm just gonna lie here for a little minute while it
Yeah.
runs away.
How's it looking?
It's slower. It's dragging the back left quarter is
Right.
dragging a little bit on the ground as it walks. The legs are still there, but they are much shorter. Attenuated is the word. Yeah, it's still up and fighting, but it's definitely bloodied.
Okay.
It's
All right.
saggied.
I will say to Esmeralda quietly, it's like, thanks for saving me a trip, and then I'm gonna move back where I came from, 5, 10, 15, 20, And then I'm going to... I think I just need to do damage at this point. Disadvantage is pointless with a modifier that high. So let's do a Sacred Flame first. DC 16 Dex.
Yes. 16 Dex save. No. 12.
Okay. 9 for the action. Bonus action is an attack roll against it. That's a 12 though, so that's probably a miss.
Oh, yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah, that is my turn.
Very well. Helvig, you are one turn away. I can't keep up with you, Helvig. Leave me. I'll just sit and wait for Jude.
That's what I'm doing, imaginary Nevermore.
You're so brave, Helvig. You're so brave and mighty. I really look up to you.
Wow. Man, you're more boring in my imagination.
Oh, fuck you, Helvig! As you...
Okay.
All right.
I keep running.
Trish.
All right. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
You gotta
Nothing
do what
wrong
you
with
gotta do.
taking a shot from range and then hiding, maybe?
A shot from range. That's not Speedy Boots.
That's
people
not
talk.
the Emberlands.
No.
No. Look, I still like my strategy. I'm gonna hit that leg with my ambulance.
Yeah.
I'm hitting it. 26.
Does. Yeah, sorry, does hit, yes.
Alrighty. 11. And
Yes. Yeah, and?
13.
Ooh.
Pretty solid.
That third leg comes off.
Oh hell yeah, it does. It's got 4 on one side, 1 on the other.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm going for the other leg on that side with my offhand dagger. Boom. Yeah, 26.
Does.
7 damage.
Gosh. Yep.
And then, because I'm a fancy girl, I can run away without it getting an opportunity. And that is what I'm gonna do.
Maybe
I'm
head
gonna-
towards me, just in case you get knocked out.
Look,
But she'll
cool.
just get up again.
not a bad strategy. I'm gonna
It's
run
not a
through
bad
these
idea.
trees.
Because I've only got 35 feet of movement.
What did I move? I moved 25, so I got 35 left.
Uh-huh.
I get.
Speedy boots. She's got the boots of speed.
No, I know, I just forget.
It's great. I love it. I can get
She often
here.
forgets too. Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
I'm near you, Smoothie. That's what I'm doing.
Hello.
Okay. Esmeralda sort of shakes her head and goes, okay. Yeah!
Yeah, indeed.
And a firebolt shoots out of her fingertips. A nat one. She's
She's got blood in her eyes and shit, yeah.
damn it.
Oh, I'm getting close.
It's not even aware of it, which is probably for the best. The tree, the house, and everything around it gonna
Self-destruct.
struggle, sort of just drag itself over to Trish, and it's going to stomp its tiny little feetsies. Oh, Trish. A 17 hits, yes?
Equals beats.
Equals beats.
Yeah. Then yes, 17
So a
hits.
17, a 19, and a 13
Oh.
to hit.
Oh no.
A crit failed on one of them, so it gets 2 hits. Which are
Okay,
you blocking,
okay.
the first or the second? Which are you
Well,
dodging?
It's gotta be first. First
Okay.
makes sense. First one gets dodged.
That is a very good call on your part.
Oh, thank God.
That is 30 points of damage. You half to 15, which you then half to 7. And the second one is not that bad. 23,
Which gets halved?
which is halved, yeah. to 11.
Okay. Oh no. I am on my feet, but just barely, man. She's blood from the nose, got a head wound. She's like, "Ugh."
I hear no bell.
Keep going, baby.
I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah.
She's not. She's like leaning on the lance like a walking stick. It's
Yeah.
not great.
Okay.
Strahd, Celinox. Strahd goes, oof. These good tactics, like the cutting off of the limbs. This is probably,
Dude.
if you are wanting, now is the time. You could save them. That thing will not stop. It must die. It will not stop. The Baba makes her creations well. I should know, I'm one of them.
Can I add something really quick as to what Celinox would see, just in case it
Yeah,
helps the decision?
yeah.
Smoothie does not look like he's given up yet. I don't think he's a good liar. He's all right. Like he's not confident, but he hasn't given up yet.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Talk to me. You swear
Ooh.
that nothing that
No, I swear. What
not
would
gonna
you
hurt.
have me swear by?
Oh God.
I don't know what.
I swear by Tatiana.
Whatever.
You have been here long enough to know how important that is. That anything I give you, you may give back.
No, but it won't mean that I hurt.
No. I have no strength over you. I don't want that. My desire for you is either a mate or a replacement.
Oh my God.
But I don't want to force you. I can't force you. I'm not going to make you a thrall, Celinox. I don't need another servant. You see the second leg smash down on Trish, and she is just leering backwards and forwards, holding on to the lance. The end is about 5 inches into the ground, just sort of taking her weight as she leans on it. Your friend Smoothie is brave. Perhaps he would like to know where his grandfather is.
He knows where his fucking grandfather is. You put him there.
No, I did not.
Another word on the street.
Everyone wants to think the worst.
Well, you've done a pretty good job of showing the worst. Josh,
Hmm.
can I have permission to interrupt combat at
Yeah.
some point?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh my
Celinox is
gosh.
holding her action mechanically. And I will allow the I think I know what the situation would be. Very well.
He's got this.
I'm sure he does. And
Fuck, you're a
This
smarmy
is-
fucker.
Smoothie, it's your turn.
Hi.
This-
Okay.
Hey.
All right. Hang on, let me just do some math here. Trish is in the way. I don't want to knock a tree down on top of it.
Maybe you should.
How bad? Well, I think
She
I
doesn't
got
have to
lucky
murder
last
people if
time.
she's dead.
That's true. That leg that Trish is aiming for, that final one.
Yeah.
Does it look? Does it like has she whacked
She's
away at it?
done a nasty gash in it, but it's nowhere near cut through yet.
Does it look like something I could help with radiant stuff?
You could try. You managed to knock down a tree with radiant stuff before.
That's true. I mean, yeah, the consistency. Okay, sure. Well, either way, let's do the spiritual weapon, but specifically against the leg.
That chop.
Shall we say?
Yep, very well.
Yeah. All right. Stand by. 20. Not natural, but 20.
Hits.
10 points of damage so far.
Yep.
Okay. Still up. Then let's do Sacred Flame. DC 16 Dex.
Probably not, but let's find out. Oh wow, passes.
Okay. Then that's all I do. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay.
Yep.
Very well. Helvig. I think we said you arrive on the scene at turn 5.
Woo!
This is turn 5. Holy fuck.
Roarious applause. We see Helvig.
Oh god, I think
Oh
The fucking cavalry.
I just kind of
Apparently
see.
so. Yeah.
I momentarily assess the battlefield and see Trish is beat up, and
Super hurt.
I am just like, without even thinking, blast.
Blast.
Say the
I-
line, Bard.
The fear like this, right? There's like 4 on one side and one boy on the other side,
Yeah, and it's on the far side to you, I'm afraid.
which is the.
It would be
That's
a
okay.
tricky shot, but yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna try and like shoot one of the 4 ones and like repel it
Oh,
to
okay.
try and like doing the equivalent of like pushing at someone's knee on the back to
Okay.
like make them fall over.
Very well, you do that. It's gargantuan. Can you push gargantuan things?
It does not care, dude.
Okay.
It's anything can
Yep.
be pushed.
Go.
No save, no nothing.
Yep, fair.
25 to hit
Hits.
on the first.
Whenever I feel
then
annoyed about
26
it, I
or
remember that they only have 2 spell slots, and I feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let
No,
the
it's
wall
fine.
do the thing.
yeah. Jelly
Jelly
like that.
leg.
Yeah, we're jelly leg in the house.
Yeah.
I don't care about I do care about the damage, but I rolled minimum damage. This was more like get off of my friend. That's 10 force damage.
10 force damage. That's minimum.
Yeah, from 2.
Oh, from 2. Okay.
From 2 hits. I doubt that I can, because I'm aiming at the leg. I doubt that I'll move the house, but I am like making that leg go like. Boop.
Yeah. Very well. And you are on the map.
I am.
Does both blast repel?
Yes. 20 feet, but it's like it's the one leg, so I just assume just like, yeah.
Oh, I mean, mechanically it gets pushed 20 feet backwards.
Yeah, let's go.
And yeah, it goes back to the
Sorry,
top
I'm
of
late.
the order. Trish.
That's
All right.
okay. Only very.
Just gonna run on up here and go for that last leg on the bad side.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, baby.
Ow!
Come on.
Bro, I feel so
27.
bad for you. I'm sure you want to just do something so bad.
27
Nice.
damage. 11
Nice.
and 8
8. 19.
offhand dagger.
Yeah.
4. All right. That's a 21
Yeah.
and 9 damage.
9 damage. So that all up is
Oh, it was 9
it
and
was 19 and 9. So I think so.
I
28.
think so. 28. Has it still got a
Right.
leg?
It does not. No, you just took off its last leg on that side, and it sort of collapsed. I mean, I want to be clear. It's got legs that are just shorter. Like but it's now like tilted at an angle when it's trying to walk. And it looks like walking on those stumps is painful. It's definitely slowed down a bit.
And I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get way over here
Yay.
Yeah, cool. No worries.
on its bad side.
Are you
On its
within
bad
35 feet of me, just in case?
I don't know. Esmeralda
Tell it.
is up, and she is running very low on spell slots. So she is going to actually going to
That's
throw.
my life as a warlock.
Yeah. But she has loads of spell slots, and she is going to throw a pair of hand axes because
Yeah,
that's what
45.
she can do. A miss and a. Actually, I think the other one might be a hit. No. Oh no. An X plus 6. Yes, she hits. For 1d6 plus 3, 8. And it sort of lands in the stump at the base of the tree, at the base of the base of the house. Actually, just sort of sticks in, and it's a just plus 1 hand axe sticking out of that. And then it's the house's turn. The house is going to drag itself over towards her. It is going to yeet a clod of rock at Trish for one of its attacks.
Ow.
Dealing, 18, so a 30 to hit.
Rachel.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it.
You're more than 35 feet from me. I can't hear you on my next turn.
What if I just shoot you to push you the extra 10?
That would work.
Yeah.
That's how the
For
mechanic works.
19 damage.
Just take the full damage.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I'm unconscious.
You can quarter it, but still.
It's
yeah.
not gonna. I've only got 4. I'm unconscious.
That's what it was. It's what it quarters down to is 4. But yes. And then it is going to stomp Esmeralda. Celinox, anything?
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
No, don't do it.
Well, how hurt does the house look?
It's your
Very.
decision.
Very.
Trish's
Very. So I still have
Trish's down.
Yeah.
Trish is unconscious, but I've got a
Trish
spell
just got
slot.
smacked in the head. She
Is
is.
the house?
The
is the
house
house
is. It's got lost 4 legs. And.
Sorry, I'm finish your
Me.
turn, Josh.
Okay, alright.
Sorry.
It's going to then attack Esmeralda. Missing with the first, but hitting with the second. It got a nat 1 on the first. Esmeralda has a single hit point.
Yeah.
She brings her her arm up to cast shield, and this trunk bangs off the first, and her feet sink into the sod just a little bit, and then a second limb brings itself up and smashes down, and she is crushed beneath it, unconscious. That's the end of its turn, and it's actually Celinox's turn. Celinox.
So
It goes, ooh, it is very badly hurt.
Celinox.
But are you prepared to risk your friends' lives on?
Celinox turns, and as she turns to Strahd, she has a fist and is like going straight for his face. But when she like gets towards him, it hits his chest, and she like it goes more like that onto his chest, and she's like, "Do it."
Oh.
He very gently, he puts his hands on your shoulders and says, "This is brave." He reaches in and pecks you on the cheek. And then you feel a sucking sensation as your soul is wrenched back into your body. Celinox, you may roll 5 of your hit dice. And regain that many hit. Basically, you're having a short rest in which you can roll 5 hit dice to regain hit points. You also gain improved dark vision to 120 feet, which is now in color. You can improve a single one of your stats by 1 point. And the ability of your talons to climb any surface they could reasonably grip loses the wording reasonably grip. You can now climb. You now have advantage to climb basically any surface.
Wow.
Do I have to? I can't just do a short rest, so can I? Because I'll get other things.
No. Well, you have basically had a short rest. This is mechanically what he has given you, is a short rest. Yeah.
Okay, so can I just do that with the 5?
Yeah. And then roll 5 d10s plus 15. And that's how many hit points you get. And the world comes swirling back to you. Your eyes flutter open as the moments of the combat resume their normal speed. There is a slight amount of dizziness as you reawaken. You find yourself lying on your back, your rapier in your hand, your lightning dagger in your other hand, your armor back upon you, and
Crack.
what do you do, Celinox? It is the beginning of your turn.
Sorry,
Let's go, baby.
I'm gonna have to do the thing manually because it didn't take for some reason. So I'm gonna do 5d10.
Yeah, 5d10.
It's your con 5 times.
Yeah,
Plus 15.
plus 15. Yeah.
Nothing's adding. 21 plus 15. 36.
36.
Yep.
All right. Can I still see Strahd?
No, he is gone. You can, however, feel where his lips touched your cheek.
I'm gonna run it at heart.
Very well.
Full turn.
You do. Celinox of Eviden, rise! Yes. Yes, Bishop Blood.
So yeah, I'm gonna run at the house, and it's like a full like fucking battle scream. Because I'm fucking pissed. And I'm going to attack with my rapier. 23 to hit.
Does.
12 damage.
Does. Yes,
Easy.
lovely. For the first attack.
Yeah. I'm gonna go again. Rapier. Fuck you. 11. Miss.
11 is a miss.
Yeah.
It's the first time anyone's missed a fuck. Other than Smoothie with his spiritual weapon. Next up is Smoothie. Celinox is back in action.
I
not sure
instinctually try to turn undead, but I don't have it. Because as far as I know, she's still a zombie, but I don't have it. So, I am shocked I'm asking this every time, but how bad does it look? Is it?
So bad.
No, it's not what he would do. He's going to go and try and keep people alive. He's going to rush over to Esmeralda, who he can reach, and cast Cure Wounds.
Very well. Yeah. Where do you stand? Are you floating above Esmeralda?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are right next to Celinox. Celinox, I think it's noteworthy, is wearing her armor and holding her rapier. She was not the last time you looked at her.
I'm tunnel visioned.
Yeah. How many hit points for Esmeralda?
5. Only 5. I only got a... Yeah, that's my last spell slot. That's all I've got. And then I will attempt a spiritual weapon, because that doesn't count as a
Not
thing.
this turn, yep.
Yeah.
Spiritual weapon. Is it a dex save for me? Or is it an attack
No, it's an
for you?
attack roll.
Come on, Smoothie.
Natural 1,
Oh,
which
really?
makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
rough. I'm sorry, mate.
No. He's just staring.
Yeah. Helvig.
Now I see Trish go down, and like his eyes just like go dull for a second, and the same kind of like fire string like weaving thing from his fly jetpack kind of like apparates like 2 like missile rod looking things to each shoulder, and coldly he's just like open fire at the house and keep an eye on the streak.
Yep. Make me them attack rolls.
21 on the first, 16 on the second.
Just hits. 16 is the number you need.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll total damage. 26 points of force damage.
Helvig, how do you do this?
Nice.
Oh fuck.
As the 2 like rockets like fly, they coast in a straight line towards like the windows of the house, and they kind of like break through the window, and there's like an explosion in the house. The internal bit of the house suddenly like is like lit up, and then through its veins around its like internal structure, it looks like it's being burned from within, weaving all the way down to its half legs, before just collapsing, and there's just a slight smell of burnt wood, even though most of the house is still like intact.
Yep, love it. There is a hissing sound from inside the house as it suddenly just goes still, and the remaining 4 of its legs just collapse out to its side, and it becomes still. It's a little anticlimactic. There is a gush of eldritch fire from within it that blasts out of the windows. It collapses, and then there is this blast a little bit after, sort of 2-3 seconds later, and the building is still.
Keeping my eyes on Celinox, tripping a little as I go, with my shield up defensively, I'm going to cast Spare the Dying on Trish.
Yep.
Yeah. Trish, you are stable, I believe. Yeah. You're not awake. You are stable.
I don't have anything else, otherwise I would.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trish has something else, and you have seen her use healing potions.
we can deal with it later. I don't know what I'm looking at.
But Esmeralda reaches into a pocket and says, "This is... Here, give this to your friend. Thank you, Smoothie. Celinox, you are back with us. Good
Is
to
she?
see you. Is she? She is not acting like a zombie. Speak.
I don't know what zombies act like to begin with. Sorry if
Please.
I'm just being cautious.
No fair. Speak, please.
As there's like another volley ready to just
Yeah.
like fire.
Celinox is gonna ball her fist and punch the house in front of her. Be like, "Wah!" And then she's gonna like walk a little bit away, not like fully away, but just like
Is that normal for her?
I just like while eyes still like trained on Celinox, just like make my way over to where Trish is.
Yeah. Esmeralda would have handed the potion to Smoothie.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm just doing the slow walk.
I'm not taking my eyes off of Celinox. I'm not aggressive. My shield shakes partly from either from the weight or from fear, and I pass it to Helvig to do.
I take the potion, and the ready action kind of like goes away. As I like pour the potion down Trish's throat. Do I roll for that?
If you like, it is a basic bitch healing potion.
Okay, 2d4 plus 2.
I believe that's actually a Danism. I think that's where I picked that up.
Basic bitch, yeah. Basic bitch.
Love it.
That's 4.
Alrighty.
4. Trish, you are back with us. And I think we will leave it there. Unless you guys want to press on a little bit with the emotional states that you have worked yourselves up to.
I kind of do.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's carry on.
That was a long combat.
Is that all right, Ro? All right. Trish, you splutter awake. As Esmeralda seems to be the only one who is like not as cautious about Celinox as the other two, and is now looking between you, and says, "Celinox, you had us worried there."
you guys worried me a bit too.
Thank you. Your assistance was timely.
Celinox talked while she was a zombie, right? Just trying to remember.
She did not. Oh, did she?
Did.
Oh, did she? Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That was
I
a
would have
road
said she
choice.
couldn't, but it was a road choice. Yeah.
Okay.
Trish up,
Yes.
Yeah. I
like
kinda,
fully
help
up,
her
or is
I think
she-
she's
oh,
like
yeah.
still lying on her back. What's happening? Did we win?
Yeah, we won.
You missed your calling as a lumberjack.
Oh, you sound like my dad.
He was a wise man.
He is.
Stay here, okay? As Helvig kind of like walks away, and then like reignites that like judgmental, like eyes, like staring at Celinox, just waiting for her to like fuck up in any way.
I'm not gonna hurt anyone, Helvig. It's me. Mostly.
Mostly.
It's me.
Okay.
I mean, if anyone should be, Trish fucking stabbed me yesterday. Seemed a bit uncalled for.
You died, Cel.
Yeah, well, not dead anymore.
How? Why do you have your armor on?
I wake up with it. It was there when I woke up.
Inside check.
I mean, she's telling the truth, but yes.
No. Too freaked out.
I'm not gonna bother with the insight. I don't know what happened personally since like they left. So,
You were. It was. It was killing you guys. Wasn't fun to watch. But
You could
glad you're all
see.
okay. Yeah, weird place to be.
Smoothie. Celinox. I have a strange request. And then Esmeralda takes out her silvered longsword and draws a circle on the ground. It's about 20 foot wide, and plants the blade down in the center of it, and a blue beam of light emits from the cut she made in the soil. And she says, "Please walk into the circle."
Do I have any feelings from the circle?
Nope. Clearly magic. You don't know what it does. Smoothie might recognize it.
The
It's
spell I
a
would have cast, yeah.
it's
What,
a magic. It's a magic circle. Literally.
What's it do?
Oh, I apologize.
it's glyph of warning. It's
Oh yeah.
It's a magic circle.
Yeah, it's a magic circle. Yeah. Please, if we are right, and you are undead, you will not be able to enter the circle. Doing so will prove to the doubters.
Oh, I feel pretty alive.
You would.
I'll try and walk into the circle.
And there is a sympathy in her eyes, and a little bit of hope. And Celinox walks into the circle. The beam passes over you.
Just before she hits it, she like holds her breath until she passes through.
She is... I mean, I've never seen something that is not alive moving around that was not undead. She's not undead.
Oh, great! And just the fire like disappears from like Kelvin shores. That's awesome, because I wouldn't know what I was gonna do.
Nice
To
to
be
know,
honest,
Helvig. Nice to
I
know.
mean, I would do what I need to do. I'm just glad it didn't come to that.
Thanks. Celinox is gonna walk slowly towards Smoothie.
I'm not he will not back away, but he will tense slightly.
You're right, kid.
Are you?
Yeah. I think so.
You watched us?
Yeah, you fought well. Thought you were going to take out the house single-handedly there for a minute. Couldn't let you do it alone, though.
Is there something you want to tell me? I can help maybe.
I had a visit.
A visit?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe I was just out of it.
Was it Titan?
Nah. That would have been nice. No, it wasn't Smoothie.
Oh. Well.
Apparently, Baba what's it, isn't Mummy dearest.
What?
Celinox kind of like realizes that it's not just her and Smoothie. So she like looks up at Helvig and then just like fully shuts down. You right, Trish?
Well, I'm still breathing, so that's the most I can hope for.
And we did it. We did kill Baba Lysaga and her freaky house.
Oh shit! I just bolt into the house.
Save some diamonds, please.
Booby traps! Booby traps!
I'm gonna look for that. Oh fuck! He's already there.
The four limbs go, like the four remaining limbs just curl up around and start attacking you, and we will leave it there. No, they don't do that. But
can I add one more thing? If like there's a distraction happening,
yeah.
I'm just gonna say like, to her as everyone seems to be distracted by Helvig running in. I'll just kind of take Sel's hand very briefly, if she lets me. And I'll squeeze it and make sure she's kind of looking up at me as I look up at her. If you choose to, Ro, of course. Hey. He didn't get to be where he is without being a little bit powerful. And you told me once that I shouldn't judge so hard. Talk to me when you're ready, okay?
Thanks, kid.
Okay. Let's get some diamonds.
And we will end it there. Guys, well done. Thank you so much, everybody. Amazing session. So, chat, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the raid, you wonderful individuals from Monsters and Mayhem, you bloody champions. Hope you enjoyed that heavy duty. This is Barovia. This is what happens. And now we are going to do something we like to do at the end of our streams, which is called Favorite Moments, where we discuss the best bits of everybody for the session. And look, as is often the case, this one has been a do. So let's talk about some of these wonderful individuals. Let's start. I think it makes sense to start with Celinox. To start with Ro. So who has a favorite Ro moment? Romant, if you will.
The 3 words.
The 3 words. Yeah, that's
so good.
Where's the kid?
How did you make that work in 3 words?
So
Bro.
good.
Oh man, I have more, but that was so good. I was like I was mind blown for like 45 minutes after that. I was still thinking about it. It's so
And
good.
chat, if you have your favorite moments, please throw them up there. We'd love to see what you think.
Yeah.
I have one, but others can go. I normally go fairly early in the order.
I liked you're not used to people who don't run away. Get used to it. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
that was
it was
great.
good. It's a good line.
This isn't much of a like particular moment, but I love the journey you went in the like borderland dimension with Strahd. How you like deflated over time as like doubt sank in that like everyone was gonna like die without like your intervention. I loved it. I love seeing that and be like, yeah, usually we should just watch and then like just slowly as the turns pass. Because that was like 6 turns basically.
Yep. Yeah, we only didn't interact in the first and the fourth turn, I think. There was a third or a fourth turn we didn't say something to each other. Yes. Crispy liked the birds. From Helvig.
Nah, that's you.
Oh, okay.
Letting the birds do the damage.
Oh,
Just, like,
yeah.
annoying.
And my favorite Celinox was the description of the turn and the punch that became just a damn it. That was really a very powerful visual description. I really enjoyed it. I could very, very clearly see it. Yeah. Favorite self?
I reckon the like I think narratively I always kind of like it was cool, a cool narrative arc, I guess. It was the holding, and then I like got to a point where I had a really clear point in my head as to some of the triggers where she'd say yes.
All right, do it. Yeah.
And I also I had a bunch of questions that I kind of, as soon as it was pitched, I was like, these have to be answered before, and I hit all of those points, but by the I don't know, I liked the, I guess similar to what Dan said, I liked the build to it.
Yeah.
And just watching the battle.
It was really good storytelling. You picked the moment perfectly. And yeah, it's why my cast is all storytellers, because it's not just me telling the story, it's you guys doing it as well. And yeah, very, very strong. Let's talk about Dan then. Very impressive journey.
Sorry, her facial journey at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that you did not make eye contact with anybody.
It's cool.
As Dan, just like to look away, always like looking away, not having the courage. Helvig does not notice that, but Dan did.
Excellent. Alrighty, well then let's talk about Helvig. I'm gonna go first with this one. I really enjoyed Helvig's like, right, I'm going to distract them. I've got a really good plan. And it was an excellent plan if the thing didn't have a 300-foot range as well. It was a really solid plan. But yeah, that was, I thought just Helvig's decisiveness. Helvig has had such a journey in 95 episodes. No, I won't say that yet. But yeah, Helvig has, really had a big change. And from the squishy little boy who couldn't really decide what to do and didn't like hurting people to, no, I know what needs to be done, has been really cool. Yeah. And I've got another, but I'll save it.
I really enjoyed the taking of the damage and the fall. I enjoy the interaction as well because I was really confused. I actually thought you had
Could choose.
some sort of reaction you could do, and you would just be like, "No, I'm going to take it." And it took me a
No.
while to be like,
It's
"Oh."
a go. Yeah.
So I enjoyed that in the description of the fall.
I will choose to
It's
fall. Yeah.
fun as well.
Yeah.
I just liked the way you were flavoring it.
Jack, Rach.
I really loved you trying to lose your scent in the river, like Predator style. It was really funny.
For me, it was either the Nevermore interactions, which was kind of funny, or the
Yes.
or just the reaction when he came. When he's just like, "Oh, okay," like when everything was like she's definitely not undead. It's like, "Oh, cool." Like it was honestly disturbing a little bit, and just like, fucking hell, bro, he was so intense. Like, oh, great. It's like you can imagine like the camera getting really close up to Helvig's face, and then going, boo, and then him going, cool, and then that's it. That's the end.
Yeah, Helvig is a bit tweaked. I feel like he doesn't like Barovia very much.
What's
No.
not to like?
What the
Anyone?
fuck's a chicken?
Dan, favorite self.
It haunts me to this very day. I like how cold he got in contrast to his like fiery based magic.
We got wet.
He did get wet. With like how like relatively for Helvig, especially in the past, surgical his like kill with the house was, and like how he dealt with this like Celinox threat situation until it was like, yeah, she's not undead though. He still has his like qualms, but he's like putting on the air of, yeah, everything's fine. It's just in the back of his head being like, maybe any day it might not be fine, but that's okay. It's fine right now.
Yeah. I had the shoulder rocket launcher, the double rocket launcher. Was very cool. Yeah, excellent. All right, well, let's talk about Smoothie. Let's talk about Jackamus. I won't go first.
I will.
Go on then.
When Celinox says she had a visit and you go, was it Titan? All excited and sweet. Oh my god, that was so precious. Oh my god.
It was a Wally moment. It was
his-
like,
I
was
mean-
it Titan?
Oh, we know.
The logic was there.
The logic was
Yes.
there.
He died.
Oh, it was so sweet and heartbreaking. I was like, oh buddy.
Like, no, it
Still so
wasn't.
optimistic somehow.
Yeah.
How are you still this optimistic?
I
Yeah.
do think my favorite part for sure is when he healed Helvig and then he was already like at this, because I was gonna talk. I was for sure gonna talk, and then Smoothie just came out with the like, hey, be quiet, and I was like, oh fuck. And then the subsequent scene of us trying to communicate was silent.
Can you fly?
No.
Not anymore. My favorite
shit.
Jack was your tactics during the battle. I genuinely like that was some really smart thinking. It was a really smart use of thaumaturgy to fuck up the blind sight. Against an enemy with a lower attack modifier might have been very effective. But
Yeah.
yeah.
We did our best with what we had.
You kept it so, like you and Trish worked really, really well together. If Helvig had been there, probably wouldn't like it was. I wasn't even playing fast and loose with the hit points. You got so close. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
when I'm not even going to tell you how close, but yeah, it was.
That whole time I had a spell slot in my pocket for bringing Trish back, and I was hoping there would be enough because I knew she was higher up in initiative.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, worst case, like, and I think it would have worked out that way. But honestly, the way Road did it was much better as far as storytelling goes. Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
yeah.
wait to
100%.
grill you all about it in the future.
And the tree. Ah, yeah, crispy. And the tree. The distracting tactics were on point, and the tree was very smart. Yeah.
Tried.
And it didn't just do the damage, it also costed an action, or costed one of its attacks to get rid of it. However, it did give it something to throw at Trish, but it would have found something else to throw at Trish. So
Yeah,
it's fine.
look, a bit of flavor, yeah.
No. Yeah. Anybody else? Of Jack?
I really enjoyed I'm going to be selfish. My favorite moment was Smoothie, Jack as Smoothie reconnecting with Celinox at the end. Because like both as a player and as Celinox, that's like the scariest thing, that what you've just done is breaking off the connection. And so for Jack to make for Smoothie to make the choice to straight away do something that shows that there's still a connection there was really nice, and a nice way to end a very
Stressful
heavy
scene.
Yeah.
Nice. That was mine as well. And the truth is, like, I was thinking about that. Like, I'm like, oh, this is probably like better dramatically if I let it hang. But here's the thing: it doesn't make sense for the character because we've just had the last big thing that we did was in a place where Celinox taught him a very valuable lesson, which is you've got to think about the context before you start to judge. And so he was very careful with his words. He was trying to understand. And then once he did, he understood that she did it for him. And he can't be mad about that. He's certainly there would be feelings of like, fuck, like, what does this mean? But we'll talk about it later. I get it. I don't necessarily agree, but you taught me to listen and try and understand. So that's what I'm going to try and do.
Aww.
So that was my thinking, basically. So I liked that development, and that was cool to kind of go beyond that childhood naivete of like the it's less black and white and more gray, thanks to Celinox, and she happened to be the first recipient of that lesson.
Yeah.
So that was a nice full circle thing.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
And I loved breaking that scene.
And favorite Rach moments.
What did I write down? The speedy boots was my favorite gag thing. I'll have something more impactful later, but like, just that image of you just zipping around and maybe you even getting tired, even though it is magical. You're like, fucking Jesus! Just going all around the place. It was great.
I love those boots, man. They're so good.
Yeah. Sorry,
my
Dan,
favorite Trish moment is like all the way at the beginning, like the journey, like Trish went through to like get Celinox like off. There's like your priorities were straight, and like you also played like Haggard like really well. I felt really bad because I wasn't there.
Yeah. Like, I don't think she could have done the second fight without that rage. Like, I mean, she wouldn't have survived it, but like, she
100% no.
Yeah, it was really cool to finally see Trish being what Trish is built to be. It was really cool to give you the opportunity to do that. You'll be like, yeah, I can tank all the motherfucking damage. When you cross a rogue with a barbarian, yes, I can soak damage crazy. Yeah, I don't want to know. I think it's probably around the 200 points of damage I did to you. And you just shrugged it off. Because you were quartering stuff. And whenever...
Thank God, to be
that
honest.
Was so impressive.
Yeah. Like,
It's great.
yeah, one hit and 3 at best, at least gets quartered. And you're just like, oh... Yeah, 4 points of damage on that final hit, and I was like, that was what it needed to be, and I'm like, oh.
I had one spell slot in my pocket saved to give to Trish, and thank God Trish and Rachel is as smart and tactical as she is, because like that might not have been enough, but like that was super cool to watch. It was great.
But like, whilst I would, so that wasn't really my favorite Trish moment. That was really just something I enjoyed seeing. But my favorite Trish would be while Smoothie had really good tactics, Trish controlled the battlefield in a very meaningful way. She, like, your usage of your incredible speed coupled with its lower speed, and you made it actually have
Made it
even
work for
less.
us. Yeah.
I was like, wait, I can still throw shit. Yeah. But yeah, you made it an absolute pig to fight. And I was just like, well, there's still weak stuff around. Yeah, that was very, very clever usage of a very speedy person.
I really liked the transition from, like, it when you got to the other side of the river, everyone was basically saying, let's fight. And Trish was the one who was going like not really sold on that. Like, can we hide? Can we get to somewhere that's safe? But then that transition from being not wanting to fight and transitioning into that, where actually you're the one who controlled the battlefield, and taking out the legs, like just being like, yeah, you have to do it. You got to. And I enjoyed watching that.
Bishop Blood says
a really good one. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go for it.
Oh, well, I was going to say it's related to what the second point I was going to say anyway. Her hyping up her dad. We love not having family trauma is what he said. But like that whole thing of like that comedic relief that is so important in heavy scenes where you're just like, did we win? Like,
Yes.
of course, because you're like unconscious. You're like, all right.
I missed the final blow.
I've seen weird as shit. Sure.
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
Like waking up, bleary eyes, Celinox is up. Oh, cool, they found a diamond. Wow, how long was I out? Yeah. Yeah. Favorite stuff?
Yeah.
I liked the feeling of, I've got a plan that I'm doing. I'm going to stick to it. My teammates, I just trust that they're going to do what they're going to do. And it happened twice, like I'm going to get Celinox across the river to safety. Those guys are doing what they're doing. I trust they're competent. And then when we went to the fight, I'm like, I'm taking out the legs. I'm going to get these legs. Everyone else, healing, spells, whatever. These legs, gone. I'm doing my thing. They're competent. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
It felt really nice. They're just like gunning at a goal. It was fun.
Yeah. Excellent. Alrighty. Now, I will say, first of all, before we go any further, Ro, what stat are you buffing?
You get +1.
You get a +1 bonus to one stat.
Do you have an odd number?
She has 3. This is the trick.
3 odd numbers. Oh,
I had a look when I was deciding what to give her. Got Dex, Wisdom, or Intelligence can be buffed by 1 to increase your modifier.
Have the Wisdom now to be like, wow, that was...
The Dex is probably Dex was probably what he was aiming for, like to make you faster is the intention, but he could just as easily have meant make you faster mentally. Tony, thank you very much, mate. Tony says, I think this stream was pretty awesome. Corsair's Cove and team. Thanks, Tony. Yeah. We appreciate you.
You want me to choose now? Ooh.
Well, you can give it some thought over the week, because the other thing is that you will level up.
Yay!
You!
Is there a kill Celinox spell?
Yeah, it's called Finger of Death. Works a treat, trust me.
Yeah, you get a zombie Celinox.
Yeah, zombie
as
Celinox.
well.
Oh, wow.
Yay!
I want to be a rules lawyer so bad right now.
Buy one, get one free.
Technically...
Yeah, you can keep
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah, zombie Nox.
That's great.
Pretty good.
Excellent.
Because who cares? At the end of the day, you're alive anyway, so who gives a shit?
Someone tried to slip out his favorite moments there, I think. By getting us excited about leveling up.
I want to go first though.
Oh,
Okay, fine. You go.
Because I didn't go first before. Okay.
Fine.
All right. Strahd's Wheatley, of course, is probably going to be most people's, but I'm going to pick the moment where and hopefully it doesn't sound arrogant, but it seemed to me that Strahd was trying to pick apart what would get Celinox to do the thing, and then to get, because Ro's a good actor, to get a visible reaction from Ro when he's like, wouldn't he like to find out what his grandfather is? And I'm just like, you prick. Because Celinox seems to me to be that kind of person that wouldn't give a shit about herself necessarily, but like would throw herself on the pyre for people she cares about.
Yeah.
You know, and that was very clever.
That was a read on him.
Very Strahd thing to do. Just kind of like, it's like, okay, this isn't working. Power isn't what she's interested in.
No.
Let's go on the, oh, you're a nice person. I love those.
Yeah.
They're easy.
They're the best. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
She didn't make it easy for me.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hated him.
He was so much of the amount of fucking times I'm like, yeah.
I just
He's
wanted
probably gonna
to
win.
just retch. I
Pivot.
can't wait to talk to Celinox being like, as the resident warlock, I have a thing with...
I say this in the best way, Josh. This is not a reflection on you. It like he's got it, like his line sounded like practiced pickup artist line bullshit. Like, you know, like that kind of toxic masculinity thing where he's like using like, it's like, here's what you do, kid. You want to get yourself a girl, you put her down first, and then she'll you know, it was all that shit.
He's like
It was
negging.
all that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I don't feel attacked by that at all because I've been with the same person for nearly 20 years.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's character bleed. I know
not
you're playing
20.
a bad
Don't be
guy,
silly.
so-
It's 14. Let's not overdo it. Yeah. Karen and I just coming up on 14 years now.
9 years.
Yeah, it's in March. We actually celebrate our getting together anniversary far more than our wedding anniversary. Mainly because it's easier to remember because it's St. Patrick's Day. So they decorate everything green for us. It's very nice. He also had a nice suit. Yes, Crispy, he did.
I enjoy it, like, in general, and I think I said it last time. I you know, it's always a pleasure doing a scene with Josh. But the vibe, particularly, actually, like, I loved it all, and I love to hate on Strahd, but like, actually, like, he, in terms of from Celinox's perspective, Strahd hasn't actually done anything particularly bad to her. So it's all quite confusing when everyone is talking about this like dickhead, and he's actually like, you know.
Who'd have thought that the person he wants to bang, he would be somewhat pleasant to?
Yeah, he's
It's a fucking mystery why he'd do that.
He hasn't been horrible to any of you. You haven't even fucking met him.
Because we're not on his radar yet.
Yeah,
That's
I know
all.
you are. And Nardo, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody
I think
champion.
we
And
might
that's
be, but yeah.
matey.
Sorry,
You
his
wee
existence is
scallywag.
horrible to me.
But I actually really enjoyed the first setup of the like comatose with the heartbeat, and the way you described the way that I had been visualizing the action. Like, I actually, and with that heartbeat on top as well, it was like it was a bit of a visceral experience for me. Like, it was really weird. It was a bit out of body. But
That's why I love
yeah, because
the
of your description, I was really...
It's
Yeah,
Sirenscape, and it's a little bit buggy, but it's really powerful storytelling thing. It is, and that's.
But it was like, and the description that went with it of this like weird kind of
Liminal
experience,
space.
like it was all quite trippy, and then you had that noise as well, and it was very cool. But yeah, I had lots of fun today.
Gary H. Author, thank you very much for the congratulations on an early. Yes, we are. It is 14 together, and we got married in 2015, so 7. 7 married. I haven't.
I have two. I have
go on
two.
then.
That's why
Yeah.
I waited. Haha.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, do one. I'll do one.
Oh, we both have two. Oh, I see.
No. I only have one, I think.
Okay. Well.
Until I misfire and go, ah!
Ah!
Oh, Crispy, that was so fucking irritating. I had exactly the words he was going to say, and they just wafted out of my brain. And I just could not even back up the train of thought that led to them. Yeah, Crispy says, I was so engrossed, I'm not gonna lie, when you lost that train of thought, I was like, no, cliffhanger! I'm like, no, don't worry, we're not gonna end. I just really can't remember what he was about to say, and it was a really good fucking line. When I watch the VOD, I will remember it and go, fuck! Yeah, that was it.
That's
it was
what
better.
it was.
Yeah.
It was going to be so cool.
Yeah, it was. It was going to be... You would have hated me. You would all hated me for it. Sorry. Rach, tell me how good I am.
You are so good that you managed to make walking speed very stressful. When they were trying to get away from the house and just like, oh, helping speed is 5 feet slower, so we can't quite. I was just like, I was on the edge of my seat about how fast people can walk, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Helvig caught up that fast because you got into the trees as well. Just as a thought, just as a point. Because the trees slow the house down a bit. Yeah.
Good.
So it wasn't the dumb thing to do to go into the trees.
Good.
Yay! Oh, now I've forgotten my favorite Josh moment, so I'm just gonna like conjure
You want me to?
from
I can do
ether.
mine, and you can wait and see if you get prompted.
I have another one.
Sure.
All right. Well, I've got one first. Let me at
fine.
least have one.
DM.
Yeah. I allow it.
You sure do, Dan.
I like.
Yes. Fuck no.
I like the birds.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, I loved Strahd fucking with Celinox. I love that he hasn't lied to you yet. And
Doesn't
he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
The truth is
He's
so
a
much
dick
more
about it,
upsetting. And yeah, that was probably my favorite bit, but I don't want to hop on it, so I'm going to talk about the birds instead. No, my favorite bit was Muriel seeing you releasing the birds and going, all right, I'm going to help these people. That was, you just did me a solid because I wanted those birds free. Yeah. Yeah.
Teamwork.
Esmeralda, I thought was really cool that session. Magic. I was like, it's got to have a spell that can reveal whether or not Celinox is a thing, right?
Also, the lightning bolt, also all the damage. We would have been fucking dead without her. 100%.
Look, she helped a bit. Yeah. All right, go on then.
Okay.
Dan?
I have two now, but they're mini moments.
Okay.
So it's like half. I'm cheating.
Go.
Will you allow it though, Dan?
Yeah.
Can I allow
I'm
it?
the DM now. I DM this bit.
Dan shot.
This goof. I DM this goof. I liked first of all the hey, you hurt me pretty bad bounce. Probably during the fly. But
Sorry.
I don't know, there was this like vibe shift when you were like, hey, the house can also walk across the river.
I honestly thought we would have been able to get away at that point. I'm just like, oh, Jesus.
Oh god, I thought we were done.
Yeah,
I
same.
thought the river was safe.
I was ready to role play. I'm like, okay, we're done. We've crossed the river. for
Great.
some
And
reason.
just like your face, Josh, being like, it's a house. Why would you care about this river? And I'm like,
It's a house on these really long legs is the main point. It's
I
only
just
a 10
pictured
foot
like
deep
the
river.
I just pictured like the ring wraiths at the river. They're like,
Yeah.
shit, the hobbits.
Oh no, flowing water. I'm a vampire. Oh no, wait, I'm not. I'm a house.
yeah.
Fuck. Oh well.
Can I just draw attention to the line? No, I think I will probably go and have dinner. Beautiful.
Yeah. I also like reminding her constantly. It's like, actually, I can't. I'm not here. I'm not physically here. I can't actually
Worse.
bite you.
What if I
You are perfectly safe.
Lol.
I might if I could, but I can't, so I won't.
Didn't stop with the touchy. Jeez.
It was your astral self as well. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. That was that was fun. So we should go away from here now because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. But guys, who the absolute heck are you? Ro, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Ro, and despite the name, I have no association with boating or any boating products.
He doesn't even float well.
I am actually a great floater.
Nice roll.
I don't need no boat or any oars.
I don't hear no boat.
I'm a Perth-based performer and educator. You can follow me on Instagram at Cradventurers to see photos of my mental travel adventures and my dog with the 2 large ears.
Yes. Oh, Bishop Blood, weird flex, but okay.
Great.
And I'll be back here this same time next week.
Oh,
Amazing.
dear. Dan, who the heck are you?
Hi, I am Dan in the Meat Space, Deer in the Cyberspace. I was gonna think of a goof just then and decided, you know what? Not today. I hope you have a lovely day, night time of temporal axis. And I wish you all the best and hopefully not have to kill your other party members because they're zombies in secret among us.
Bro.
Thank you, Dan. Jack, who the heck are you?
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, you're welcome. Hello. I think we need to work this out in Discord later, but if Dan is the yellow wiggle, then and Josh is the Captain Feathersword, then
yeah.
I'm guessing I'm Wags the dog, just based on the facial hair and such.
Oh.
The other two, I'll let chat decide.
You're the one with the persona, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you can't shame me.
I wasn't trying to.
It was cute. It was a purple dog. It was great. Yes, I am a professional game master, and you can also find me on Twitch. Typically, I'm streaming these days at four times a weekish. Tomorrow, you can find me doing professional game master prep for a game that I'm going to be doing later. We're going to be looking at a series of Studio Ghibli inspired adventures. So that should be really fun. So yeah, you can join me at 4:30 AEST for that. And the other things are there on the thing if you feel like clicking them.
Marvelous. And Rachel, who the absolute heck are you, and why should we buy your book?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fukar, because that handle is always free. And you can find my book, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. And if you don't buy it, I'm going to wait until you're asleep. And when you are, I'm going to strip off your precious and beloved armor and just leave it around, on the damn grass, getting rusty. I don't care.
In armor.
So if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd better buy the book.
Valid.
This is just all because Celinox didn't buy the book.
Yes. Celinox should have bought the book.
Yeah. Esmeralda's like, now you will learn. Not the grass, exactly. And mesdames et messieurs, dames, underherren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsairs Cove, where I run D&D with these fine and lovely chaps and chapesses. We do this on Monday nights. We're going to start up the other Humblewood game in a month or so, little while, which will be on Thursday nights. But for the now, Karen and I are playing Slay the Spire on Thursday nights, because it's fun. And tomorrow night, I will be joined by Ardana, the Lorite from chat themselves. And Ardana is going to be teaching me how to play the 7th Sea and building a character on which I will play in her world, what she is running in, perhaps. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Is the book available as in BookBook? The BookBook
Yes.
is available BookBook-wise, yes, and very good.
Book.
I have a copy of it. It's very, very good.
Chickens.
And if you like my majestic voice, but you think I could stand to tone the clucking down a bit, you can check me out in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scairn Felspar, und his little dragon, Grosh. We have all the socials. Karen does the things. You can check them out there. We have the YouTube. The episodes will be going up there very, very soon. And if you want to join us on our Discord, you can, because this is the link here. We also need to talk about the Ukrainian people who are bearing up under it marvelously, but they are having a bit of a shitty time, as you may be aware if you've been following the news. The Emergency Action Appeal and the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth are two places that you could put your digital dollars if you want to support them. Either of those links will take you to places where you can support the Ukrainian people, and we think it would be just glorious of you if you did. If you want to support us personally, however, you could check out Wooten Forge, which is an Australian company that makes beautiful handcrafted tabletop accessories like this beautiful thing. This is my dice keeper. It's made of Jarrah. They use reclaimed wood, and it's all Australian or exotic hardwoods. To make beautiful handcrafted tabletop accessories. Check them out at woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove. And if you do and you buy anything, we get a cheap back, so you can support an Australian Twitch channel and an Australian business as well, which would be glorious of you too. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We need to find someone to raid, and we haven't raided the Eldritch Scribe in a gosh darn while, so let's do that! Sirenscape did the music, and we will be back next Monday night. So, guys, throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell the Eldritch Scribe where we came from. Show them the love like we always do. And we will see you here, same bat time, same bat channel on tomorrow night. Tuesday night. So, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, Robin, goodbye.
Whee!